Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna, and I am finally back on YouTube after a long period of absence. I was live streaming from Facebook Live, and not everybody. There's really not too much activity anymore on Facebook. All the activity is on Twitter and most of all TikTok. TikTok is where the action is, believe me. It even blows away YouTube in terms of interaction and commentary and people debating with each other on anything interesting that's posted there. And if you go live, the comments come in fast and furious. I mean, nothing comes close, not even remotely close to TikTok. So that may be the number one social media platform of the near future. Excuse me. Well, anyway, I was in YouTube prison for a while, and they use the excuse. Actually, they don't give you any reason. They don't give you any detailed reason as to why you're being punished and banned. Community standards is a very general phrase, and they never really tell you in detail. But then what they did was they're punishing me for shows I did a long time ago, way before they started enforcing every little thing on social media, way before that, years before that, months, years. And things are different now. People that host shows are usually aware of the situation now with social media and their do's and don'ts, and what you're allowed to say versus what you're not allowed to say. So I think most people with their heads screwed on tight know what to do and what not to do. I mean, sensible people, not maniacs. And I refrain from those taboo subjects. I mean, there's always a different way to word things. You don't have to blatantly come out with something that will get you in trouble because you are on somebody else's social media company. You are in there within their domain, their company, and you have to follow the rules, which seem to be all the same throughout social media, except there has been exceptionally more freedom on Twitter since Elon Musk got ripped off and paid a ridiculous amount of money for Twitter. He got screwed. I wouldn't have paid all those billions of dollars that it cost him for Twitter because he wanted to own his own social media so badly. They screwed him over. So now he's frantic in terms of trying to get out of debt. He should have just put his foot down, gotten tough, and say, look, considering the financial situation with Twitter, what you're asking is insane. It's nowhere near worth what you want to sell it to me for. And I'm not a fool. I'm not going to pay it. I'm just not going to pay. I don't care if I'm the wealthiest person in the world. He should be smart enough not to get screwed over by another business person. So, and that's it. You walk away. Walk away and buy when it's right. Buy when the time is right. When they realize nobody is going to pay that kind of money for a social media company that is in deep debt, is in uh, hot water financially. Nobody's going to pay. Nobody who's smart in the business world is going to pay that much. But money, I guess money's no object with Elon Musk, and he just went ahead and paid for it. So anyway, I sent the link out to some of my special guests / co-hosts, and I'll see who's available. And I've been doing progressive discussions since 2007, but I've done podcasts with my original co-host and partner, the late great the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. He's the one that came up with the name Progressive Discussions, and he was the managing editor of his own newsletter called Censored, and it was a very proactive, progressive newsletter. Brilliant man. Actually, I have all of his readings from Censored right here on my YouTube channel, Progressive Discussions. It's all in the archives. every show that I've done on video, and also all the readings from his newsletter. But may he rest in peace, Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. He is uh, he is missed very much. So I'm having it's not a little glitch, it's a big glitch with the streaming program through this company. And all of a sudden, the microphone is not picking up the audio on videos that I bring up on screen share. If I'm on a screen share, let's say a video that's on YouTube, the video comes up with no problem at all, but no audio. But if somebody is on my show, you hear them loud and clear. You hear me loud and clear. You hear my theme song loud and clear, but it's a recorded theme song. But if I bring up like I wanted to bring up a recent video of Jesse Ventura. He was speaking on something political, something very recent. You'll see him with his mouth moving, but you won't hear him. So I'm in the process. I made the first contact with tech support, and let's see if they go to bat for me. They already instructed me, try this, try that. If this doesn't work, then do that. I already did it. I did it. All the above, I did it. I still have a problem. So it looks like I'm going to have to, they said email the engineers and they'll take a look under the hood. That's what he said. He's got a good sense of humor. You know, the people there have a good sense of humor at StreamYard. Okay. Well, I can definitely read articles. Let's see what we got here. Oh, gee. Can't do that. That's a video. All right. Well, this is not going to surprise anyone. I mean, I could screen share it. All right, you know what? Let me do it this way. Okay. Screen share. I mean, articles I can do. All right. All right. Articles I can do. All right. This has to do with hacked Russian files shows a propaganda agreement between Russia and China. There we go. Hacked Russian files reveal propaganda agreement with China. All right. In 2021, government officials and media executives from Russia and China discussed the exchange of news and social content. So that means they're in cahoots, right? Soon after Russia invaded Ukraine, a Russian Defense Ministry spokesperson resuscitated debunked claims about the U.S. funded bioweapons program in the region, accusing Ukrainian labs of experimenting with bat coronaviruses in an attempt to spark the covert spread of deadliest pathogens. Yeah, well, then that must mean that the coronavirus, the way this sounds, is that it could be a weapon of war. Eh, Disinformation is an old Russian government tactic, but this time Russia had help. Within days, Chinese officials and media outlets had picked up on the lies and were amplifying and expanding on the biolab's yarn. The Chinese Communist Party tabloid Global Times created two splashy spreads, one sourced in part to Sputnik News and other featuring a quote from Russian President Vladimir Putin. What is the U.S. hiding in the biolab's discovery in Ukraine? It screamed. China jumped on the biolab's conspiracy theory, said Katja Drinhausen, an analyst with the Mercator Institute of China Studies in Berlin. Chinese officials and media outlets had spent the preceding months pushing the notion that the pandemic might have originated in a lab accident outside China. It was like, here's the perfect conspiracy theory coming out of Russia to support our everywhere but China main talking point of the last year, she said. Since the war broke out in February, experts have been struck by a convergence in Russian and Chinese media narratives. While some of the convergence was likely happenstance occurring when storylines aided both governments' goals, documents found in a trove of hacked emails from Russia's state broadcaster VGTRK show that China and Russia have pledged to join forces in media content by linking cooperation agreements at the ministerial level. And then it goes on and on and on and on. Doesn't surprise me. Not in the least bit does it surprise me. Let's see. There we go. So, okay. I'm going to go to the next one. I can't show the. I wonder if this is heard. I'm still here, people. Hold on for a second. I'm still here. I want to test. I want to check something out. Nope. No, the glitch is still there. The glitch is still there. Okay, at least I know that didn't work. What's this? Ah, man. All right. I'm going to check. I'm going to check this out. Bear with me. Hmm. Nope. Well, at least I know what the problem is. I'm going to have to just stick to articles until I get this glitch straightened out. Oh, man. Oh, should be interesting. This should be really interesting. Good morning, my dear Masumi. It is Masumi from Japan, outside of Tokyo, the suburbs of Tokyo. It is now possibly 9:25 a.m. Sunday in Japan. Good morning to you, Masumi, and thank you for stopping by. I am waiting for all of the other co-hosts to show up. Okay, more than one. They haven't shown up yet. Anyway, thank you, Masumi. Okay, all right. Now this should be interesting. Just because I can't play the videos, that doesn't mean I don't have good material. There we go. All right. Let's see if that's all right. There we go. Okay. This has to do with the rise of robots. Artificial intelligence can replace humans in 4 key industries and leave billions without jobs, expert reveals. Billions without jobs. Well, thanks to greedy corporations, greedy corporate CEOs, especially in the United States. Artificial all right. Artificial intelligence could one day replace human workers in 4 major industries, experts have claimed. Um, In a new opinion piece for CNN, Peter Bergen says that for a while, experts have speculated AL? Oh, it's AI. Artificial intelligence will replace humans in fields such as customer service, insurance underwriting, and manufacturing. I laugh because with customer service, I'm sure they will do a much better job than the humanoids that are doing that today, believe me. Artificial intelligence could one day replace human workers. Okay, they're repeating what they said above. But now Bergen has expressed concern that artificial intelligence may also overtake writers. For the past several days, I have been hearing about the artificial intelligent chatbot, ChatGPT, Bergen writes. Users of the tool claim to be able to write coherent essays and op-eds in seconds. Wow. So I signed up to give it a try and asked it to perform a task that I had hitherto to be believed required at least some level of skill. I asked ChatGPT to write an op-ed in the style of Peter Bergen. Interesting. Oh yeah, did you hear about this? I wonder if I can open up this article. They now have artificial wombs for um, developing an embryo into a fetus into a baby. It's incredible. Yes, thank you very much, Masumi. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, the journalist shared the artificial intelligence generated opinion piece and argued that while it was impressive, it did contain some factual errors. Bergen attributed the mistakes to the fact that ChatGPT was created in 2021 and may not have knowledge of current events. Well, can't the artificial intelligence update the website or the program? Right. He then asked the AI powered tool a historical question about the role of women in the French Revolution. The answer, Bergen said, was not exactly like the work of leading historians, but did suggest a future in which college students will likely be able to submit long and complicated papers that are entirely generated by artificial intelligence. Okay. Um, and then what does it mean to be educated at a liberal arts college? And why go to all the bother and expense? Bergen asked. He continued, so I head into 2023 with a sobering realization. My career as a CNN op-ed writer, which began in earnest over a decade ago, may not exactly be over yet, since artificial intelligence generated op-eds make factual errors. See? Everybody's freaking out about artificial intelligence. They're not at that level yet. Just as humans do, though those are typically caught during the fact checking process. Yet my writing career could still go the way of the grocery checkout jobs, eliminated by automation. He noted that artificial intelligence tools will keep getting smarter and telling apart artificial intelligence written op-eds from real human ones will also get harder over time. As a writer and professor, that makes for a dystopian future. I promise this sentiment was not generated by artificial intelligence, Bergen concluded. What is ChatGPT? In technical terms, ChatGPT is a language model that can produce text. It's based on the GPT 3.5 model created by San Francisco-based artificial intelligence research lab, OpenAI. The mind-blowing app can talk to you like a human, write poems, give you baking advice, solve complicated puzzles, and so much more. Really? I have to check this out. Chat GPT. Look it up, viewers. Look it up. Okay. This, and then. Okay. Oh, here's an Elon Musk article from the New York Post. Oh man. trying to. Well, back at the ranch. Oh, what happened? I gotta do it all over again. Okay. Okay. Twitter sued for not paying rent on San Francisco headquarters since Elon Musk takeover. Cheap ass. He must be learning from Donald Trump on how to stiff people. All right. Twitter is being sued by its landlord for ducking out on rent. Where are we? Twitter is being sued by its landlord for ducking out on rent for its downtown San Francisco headquarters, where the platform reportedly went through heavy cost cutting under new CEO Elon Musk. Yeah, even the toilet paper is not provided. The company owes $136,260 in unpaid rent. And here's a man with untold multi-billions, right? According to the lawsuit filed Thursday by Columbia Property Trust, Twitter's freeloading was reported early last month by the New York Times, which wrote Musk and his advisors hope to renegotiate terms of lease agreements after mass layoffs. The downsizing has already begun. Twitter closed its Seattle offices, the Times reported Friday, cutting janitorial and security services. Remaining employees were left to bring their own toilet paper to work, according to the report. Musk, what's going on here? Musk purchased Twitter for $44 billion in October and has been cutting costs ever since. Amid what Musk admitted was a massive drop in revenue. $44 billion, folks. Cleaning and security staff were also laid off from the company's New York and San Francisco offices, where workers struck for higher pay. In San Francisco, Musk condensed the company's footprint at 650 California Street from 4 floors to 2. The Times reported. Well, I guess the offices must be very dirty. Okay, Twitter's San Francisco offices are located in the Hartford building. All right, 650 California Street, San Francisco, California. All right. Let me just double check. Okay, on Christmas Eve, Musk ordered staff out to a data center in Sacramento to shut down key servers as a cost-cutting measuring, the Times reported. Meanwhile, layoffs have continued, with cuts to the company's infrastructure and public policy divisions last week. Why don't he just make the Twitter's headquarters, like move it to his basement or something? The report said employees have been directed to delay paying contractors or vendors including accountants and consultants working on key regulatory projects, the Times reported. The company is also being sued for failing to pay almost $200,000 for private charter flights made the week Musk took over. Wow, he's stiffing everybody. Employees expect more layoffs to come, the report revealed. Here's the douchebag himself. I mean, he's got the words douchebag and asshole written all over his face, all over his faccia, as we say in Italian. Oh, all right. Then it mentions the company owes how much the rent that it owes. Twitter did not return a request for comment regarding the new lawsuit. And that's it. Musk has pledged to step down from leading the company after conducting a poll on whether he should do so. A successor has yet to be chosen. Yeah, after he screwed everything up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, we gotta have there he is. Ooh, the same thing is happening to the audio. Remember? Last time I don't hear you, but I hear me echoing back. I don't know what you did something to fix it last time. The glitch of not being able to play video is still going on. And I have to email the engineer. That was my right-hand man, Mr. Mick Von Raven, who is going to fix the problem. Are you there? Hello? Ah, shit. It's still happening. Wonder why it's... Is that Safari? Hello? Yeah. It's not working. Hold on. Let me go to the private message. No, I can't. I hear myself. Hold on. Sabotage. Okay. Let me check something. Crap. Yeah. We have a Hello? Damn it. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I don't know what's going on, folks. This happened the last time Mick came on. This happened the last time Mick came on. I have no idea what's doing it. Like, Mick, if you hear me, all I hear is my voice echoing back at me with a lot of excessive noise around, like my voice is like, it's like really noisy. You know what I mean? It's not clear and normal. And I don't hear you, and you don't hear me. So I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. Okay. The other article is about Elon Musk employees bringing their own toilet paper. It's everybody already knows that. Shit. It's just one glitch after the other. If he's using Safari through an iPhone, that will screw things up, unfortunately, because Safari, the Apple browser Safari, even if you choose Google Chrome by default or Mozilla, when it comes to streaming, somehow it forces you to use Safari, and Safari is not compatible with streaming unless it's done through Apple software, I guess. Because they rope you into the Apple corporation slavery. You have to use everything from their company and pay extra to acquire their software. I don't think so. Let's see if it's working. Now, the audio is still messed up. Yeah, the audio is messed up. My voice is echoing back. I don't know, man. Squatch lotion. It's good for the balls.
It's good for the balls.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I guess so.
Yeah, I have no idea what. I guess so.
I don't know. Well, you tried.
Well, you tried.
Now, you check your mic. Hold on.
Check your mic. Oh,
Why am I echoing back?
why am I looking back?
It sounds ridiculous. You heard it, people. My voice keeps echoing back. Ah, 38. I think we're going to have to go back to the the homeowners association, good old homeowners association article comes to the rescue. I have no idea what's going on when Mick tries to come on. I didn't have a problem with him coming on when I was live streaming from Facebook Live. I did not have a problem. Now I'm getting all these ads thrown at me. Hold on. Oh, well. Let me see if any of the other individuals sent me a message. This is crazy. Well, well, people, it is the first week of January 2023 is over. So we're a week into 2023. I hope the new year is going well for everybody. And if you make New Year's resolutions, don't make silly ones. Like, oh, I'm going to start a new way of eating. Don't say go on a diet, because diets don't work. Okay, you're people that are overweight, that are trying hard to lose. Well, it's not that you're not trying hard enough. It's that you're just doing the wrong things. You're going about it the wrong way. Portion control is not an efficient way to lose weight. And everybody's entitled to an occasional once a week cheat day. Let's say you pick Sunday, where you might feel like having that blueberry cheesecake, slice, not the whole cake, or have some ice cream, or whatever your passion is. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to set you back. But portion control is not going to work, because it takes you have to burn. I mean, portion control with lots of aerobics is not going to work, because it's like it takes like 3,500 calories to make a pound of body fat, right? So that's a lot of aerobics. You really want to do aerobics to complete physical exhaustion and burn yourself out. I mean, it's not practical. The best way uh, to increase your metabolism so your body burns its own fat is to put on muscle. Muscle requires, what is that again? I don't know if this was 1,000 or 1,500, around there somewhere. Muscle requires, a pound of muscle requires a large amount of calories just to exist, even if the pound of muscle is not working at doing anything. There's no workload involved. So if the pound of muscle is just on your body while you're sitting down watching a movie on Netflix, like I'm sitting down doing the show, right? Well, whatever muscle I have, it still requires a minimum amount of calories to sustain itself, and it's a pretty decent high amount of calories. I know it's close to 1,000. It might be 500 calories, but I don't remember at this point in time. I just know about the fat, 3,500 calories. But the more muscle mass, the more muscle you have in your body, the more calories your body requires to maintain itself, to sustain itself. Therefore, your metabolism will increase. So the more lean muscle mass you have, the higher your metabolism will go, and then your body will start burning its own fat for energy. You'll go into ketosis, because you're supposed to be going on a low carb, no sugar, right? Or let's just say carbs, carbohydrates, a low carbohydrate, high protein, high essential fats uh, eating plan. I don't want to use the word diet. Uh, um, you're eating your food profile. I'm trying hard not to use the word diet. Your food profile should consist of high protein, high essential fats, and low carbs. So this way your body will go into ketosis, and because your metabolism will be higher because you have more muscle. And so what I'm trying to say is strength training, done in a safe manner, progressive resistance strength training is much more efficient at losing excess body fat than aerobics. Because people in the medical establishment, registered dietitians, you're a drug pushing medical doctor, they'll tell you, oh, you gotta get on that treadmill, get on that stationary bike, and stay there. And you have to count calories, and they'll say, why don't you join Weight Watchers? Well, guess what? Weight Watchers is all about portion control, and which is all about counting calories. And you're gonna deplete your body of important nutrition when you count calories and and eat the wrong foods, because I remember relatives that went to Weight Watchers and they had them eating high carb, high sugar foods, which is definitely wrong. It's toxic, actually. So on the low calorie diet, you will be deficient in many nutrients. And first of all, the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, and the extremely important coenzyme Q10 is also fat soluble. So you're depriving yourself, really, and the calories are just going to burn you out. It's going to use up even more nutrients, and just for one lousy pound of fat, you have to burn up. You have to use 3,500 calories. So it's really not worth it. Go with the ketogenic diet, which was the old Atkins and Dr. Carlton Fredericks, may he rest in peace, both of them. The Atkins diet later eventually became the ketogenic diet. Now they say keto, paleo, whatever. They might have a new name next month, but your body goes into ketosis using its own fat for energy, because you are lowering what is causing the excess body fat, which is refined carbohydrates. There's nothing wrong with carbohydrates from like vegetables and some fruits. I mean, I say some because other fruits are high in sugar, because they have fiber. You see, all these veggies and whole grains in moderation are high in fiber. Even sweet potatoes is high in fiber. So the carbs that enter your system will give you a stabilized blood sugar because of the fiber, instead of skyrocketing your blood sugar only to see it crash. And that's why those people feel ravenous, like they're starving. They get the munchies, because blood sugar is not being stabilized. And this is what the essential fats do to help your body. They stabilize your blood sugar. The good fats. Well, actually, the bad fats will be processed, tampered by man in a laboratory, like partially hydrogenated oils. Remember margarine and Crisco? Remember Coffee Mate, non-dairy creamer? They had hydrogenated fats, which are toxic. They're carcinogenic. This is not real healthy fat. But if you're consuming extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, oils like that that are cold pressed, cold pressed safflower and sunflower oil. Let's see, walnut, macadamia nut. Think oils like that. Like me, I like real dark extra virgin olive oil. Okay, the most healthy medicinal oil that you could think of. Even extra virgin coconut oil is really good for your health. It's good for you. Don't listen to people who tell you that saturated fat is the enemy. It's not. It's sugar and refined carbs. is the cause of most serious illness that people have today. And you have to understand, the problem is not dietary cholesterol. The body needs dietary cholesterol to make sex hormones in both men and women. The brain is made up of high amounts of cholesterol. So it's an essential fat. But the LDL is coming from the liver. See, the LDL and HDL are like cargo ships. They're transporters. Okay, they're bringing a certain type of cholesterol from the liver to the cells of the body and back again. So oxidation takes place, and that's the beginning of the lesion, where the plaque accumulates. But sugar will accelerate that. And you should be, if you're getting in the right amount of nutrients, like the fat soluble vitamins, and you're eating healthy, and your sugar is way down, then you should be fine. I mean, I'm taking optimum doses of all of it, vitamin K2, vitamin D3, vitamin E, all of it. I'm even taking with my coffee a teaspoon of organic moringa powder, and it's like the most nutritious food on earth. The most nutrient dense food is moringa. And of course, the company's in California. Hey, Mr. Daryl Messias of Northern California. How are you, sir? Yeah, it's great to be back so far. You never know what's going to happen. I try to get Mick Von Raven on. He came on, but every time he comes on, the audio for him and for me is totally out of whack. So I don't know if he's using an iPhone with Safari, because I told him Safari browser is not compatible with StreamYard. I says, well, if you're having problems with YouTube, and I had him on before in the past without any problem, and I had him on. I've been going live on Facebook Live, no problem at all. But I come back here and there's glitches. So I wonder if he is using an iPhone with Safari as a browser. When I had my iPhone, I couldn't go on any live stream shows. I would be on there for maybe a few minutes and then it started screwing up. So I was just talking about nutrition before with the folks. I don't know how I got into that subject. Oh. No, that's not it. Hold on for a second. I'll show you what I brought out a bottle of that Irish, that Magners pear cider. Hard pear cider. I gotta finish it. I mean, it's not my favorite, Magners, because there's added sugar in there. So it's not my favorite hard cider, not by a long shot, but it's not horrible. I mean, I could finish the 6-pack, so I'm gonna start drinking that. Let me see. That's a shame, though, that Mick ran into some glitches again for the second week. But there's something he did and came back, and there was no problem. Let me just send. Okay. Okay. All right. I was just checking something out here. Oh, I wanted to tell Mick. Let me just tell him. Hey, Mick, remember when the same thing happened the last time, and you went up, you got off the show, and there's something that you did, and you came back and it was fine. So remember that? Were you using Safari? Because Safari is not compatible with StreamYard. All right. Okay. Let me go back to that wonderful article, that wonderfully very, very long article, but it's a real winner. It has to do with the Homeowners Association, the organization that supposed homeowners pay an annual fee to keep everything hunky-dory, peachy keen, keep the property values up, keep the riffraff out. But what happened is it turned out that they have become dictators that nitpick and threaten and fine people a lot of money. And all they do is dish out orders. You have no idea. I'm getting pop-ups of gore. I mean, the pop-ups are like really obnoxious, and they're not important pop-ups. They're not like honest, legitimate advertisements. It's bullshit, and it knocked me right off the article. Okay, so oh boy. And they're like popping up all over the place. So this is the nature of reading things on the internet. I notice it's a common trend. They don't care if they upset people, if they annoy people. They constantly throw this garbage in front of you. High pressure sales. I'll tell you one thing. This is the last time I bring an article this long on my show. The only reason why I keep it is because it's really funny. They're all true stories, though. And it has to do with homeowners that find loopholes how to get around and beat the homeowners association at their own game to avoid their rules and regulations without actually getting into trouble with them. And these people are so clever. I'm almost there. Believe it or not, I read like 37 stories already. It gives you an idea. Okay, 39. All right, I'm up to 39. I read 38. Okay. Please, someone. Oh, hold on. It'll be a good idea to bring the article up. Okay. Get rid of this horse shit. Okay. Please, someone fix this. Okay. While I'm thankful they installed the sign instead of a ban. Well, there's another problem. Instead of banning kids, there's a reason it's printed that way. The shape and color of signs have meaning. In America, a yellow diamond sign means caution. A square sign signifies something regulatory, like no parking or no left turn. See, and there's a sign that says children at play. A yellow one. Huh. I'm learning something new. Slanted sign. Okay. Slanted. Thankfully, this is a quick fix. I'd have my husband out there that same afternoon putting it in the correct and legal position. I mean, sure, it gets the point across either way, but I might have a little OCD streak in me when it comes to road signs, and I know I can't be the only one. Okay, now what happened? 40, check the time. This is a nice initiative in theory, but this homeowners association seriously invited people out from 6:30 to 7:30 in the morning on a Saturday to clean up the community on a Saturday? Fuck them. You know, it's one of those older people that wakes up at 5 a.m. and drinks coffee while staring grumpily down the road. No one else would think this was okay. Okay, here we go. Community cleanup. Hold on. Community, I know, see what they're doing here? They're blocking everything with this crap, as by Google. Community cleanup. Come join us. Community cleanup day, Saturday, August 27th. Volunteers are needed to help collect trash from the pond area together. Kids are welcome to join. Yeah, in other words, free labor. Time, 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Meet for drinks at the pool after cleanup. What? I hope they aren't talking about alcoholic drinks afterwards at the pool. Maybe old Tom likes a little something extra in that morning coffee while he hates on the neighborhood and runs the HOA. Let's hope someone else takes over soon and has decent ideas and decent working hours. A community cleanup is an acceptable request. Just do it at a decent hour. Okay, let me double check. All right, back at the ad. Take that, homeowners association. After she was fined for not pressure washing her driveway, she did exactly what they asked. That's a pressure wash driveway. All right. The HOA didn't think it was too funny and fined her a second time. Why did they do that? Still, that's worth the laugh. They're lucky she didn't just write a longer letter the second time. That's it. Wait. I don't get it. Okay, you know what? Um, okay, let me just read this one. What was the reasoning behind this? Why would the HOA replace a cardboard sign with the house numbers on it by the front door? I can see a homeowner doing this to mess with the HOA or use it as a temporary placeholder while picking out other numbers, but this was seriously their solution. Oh, gee. That's a bad Sharpie marker job. Anyway, that is enough of that. Let's see, what else do I have here? Um, um, a brother and sister say they had to stop 6 times in one day to charge their rented Tesla in cold weather after the battery drained quickly. Here's another complaint about the great legendary Tesla. Now, this might be an article. Hold on. Oh, all right. It is an article. Okay. Well, I want to say thank you to my co-host, my right-hand man, Mr. Mick Von Raven, for at least giving it a try. I don't know where the others are, but um, hold on. Before I read this article, I'm using Chrome. How is your microphone and speaker volume? Strange. Yeah. Okay, back at the ranch. A brother and sister say they had to stop 6 times in one day to charge their rented Tesla in cold weather after the battery drained quickly. Wow. As you can see, they do not look happy. Alice and Xavier Stevenson rented a Tesla from Hertz. Okay. Alice Stevenson, Bad Axe Life. Bad Axe Doc Life, whatever. A man said he and his sister rented a Tesla and needed to stop 6 times in one day to charge it. Xavier Stevenson and his sister Alice drove from Orlando, Florida to Wichita, Kansas. Wow. That's freaking far. Stevenson said he'd heard others had similar issues. Hertz said there hadn't been a major increase. Well, that shows you what kind of workmanship is going into a Tesla for that kind of money. Xavier and Alice Stevenson wanted to find out what it's like to drive a Tesla. Well, they sure did. You know, there are other very well-known car companies that are mass producing electric cars. It doesn't have to be a Tesla. There's way too many complaints affiliated with a Tesla. So they wanted to find out what it's like to drive a Tesla. So they rented one from Hertz for a trip from Orlando, Florida to Wichita, Kansas. They say they knew the electric car would need charging en route and expected it to take longer after the weather turned so cold in late December. But what the siblings didn't expect was just how often they need to plug it in. Oh, God. Xavier Stevenson told Insider it got to the point that the battery would drain faster than it would charge. You know what? I'd say boycott. My message to the whole world, boycott Tesla vehicles. That's the backbone of scumbag Elon Musk's fortune, his wealth. It's garbage. All right. Okay. Xavier Stevenson told Insider it got to the point that the battery would drain faster than it would charge. Right. When they set off, Stevenson said they could drive for at least 2.5 hours before needing to charge the Tesla. Wow, that's not good. We ended up having to stop every 1 to 1.5 hours to charge for an hour. An hour. I told you these lithium batteries are not good enough technology for this. They have a new battery coming out that blows away the lithium battery. Now listen to this. They had to stop every 1 to 1.5 hours to charge the battery for 1 hour. So it takes 1 hour and then an hour and a half and then 2 hours, he said. So it was taking longer and longer for the lithium battery to charge. Longer and longer. Forget it. No wonder the stocks are plummeting. So beyond the lost time, it also got to the point it was between $25 and $30 to recharge. So it cost them a fortune. They would have been much better with a gasoline car. In just one day, I am here.
That's called failure of either StreamYard and or Safari. mic and everything was on just like it's supposed to be. Strange stuff.
Damn right. Remember when I had you on? The last time I had you on.
We had some bumps and bruises, but we got going after a few minutes.
Yeah.
Today,
Right.
today was a lockout. I don't know why.
Now, yeah, I'm reading a good article about. Hold on for a second.
Sure.
Oh, look at that. The webcam whore, dating site whore bots are here. That's one thing that I don't see anywhere else except on YouTube. I just want to see if your voice. Okay. Yeah. So the last time we had the same symptoms, same problem. Then you left, came back, and it was fine.
I did that this time a couple times. It didn't work.
Yeah. Now, your voice is going over without any problem. The mic is picking you up. So, for some reason, what's weird is the sound that's coming out of my speaker. How the hell could it tell where the sound is coming from and pick and choose what it wants to?
I couldn't hear you or myself, so
No, I couldn't hear you.
I couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear you. It was dead.
Right.
All I could do was see you.
And then when I talked, my voice kept, everything I said echoed back at me.
Weird. Very weird. So what are you reading?
Oh, it's an article. It's rather interesting. An article about a brother and sister in Orlando, Florida, that wanted to see what it was like to drive a Tesla. So they needed to drive from Orlando to Wichita, Kansas, and they rented a Tesla, and it was in the wintertime, and they had to stop like every hour and a half to fully charge the lithium battery.
Wow.
And it took an hour to charge the battery. So an hour to charge the battery, and then another hour and a half of driving before they drain the battery, and then it cost them $25 to $30 a pop to recharge the battery. And then the next time, as they were charging the battery, it kept taking longer and longer and longer to recharge the battery.
Yikes.
So, like 2 hours, Tesla's a piece of shit. I mean,
My brother has one, but his is okay. He's doing okay with his, but he doesn't drive it to Wichita, Kansas.
Oh, he goes local.
Yeah, did you hear about the guy that drove his family off a cliff in a Tesla? They lived, and he's being held for attempted murders in California, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, very nice, eh?
Yeah, sure sounds like it. You gave me an idea, my friend. You gave me an idea. Hold on. You gave me an idea. And my idea is that I will plug my phone in as you. Well, as you speak. Well, all
I met
right.
a girl online that's living in Florida, but it's planning on moving back to Naperville, Illinois, and we've been talking, and she made a joke about moving in with me, and I ignored her.
Moving in with
She's
you.
having a hard time finding an apartment, and they're so expensive, and I don't know you from Adam, lady. No thanks.
So
I don't care if you got tits and ass. You move in here, how can I get you out if it don't work out?
right, you'll be
She's
like,
offered to clean. She's from the Bahamas originally. She's curvy. She's cute. She's divorced. She has a kid that she had out of wedlock that's 18 going to college. I don't know some woman till I know some woman.
you'll
And
ne-
we've been talking, and I'm thinking, why do I want to talk to someone in Orlando that's not even here yet?
yeah, but you don't know her. Number one, okay. Here's the biggest red flag. You don't know her, and then another red flag is she suggests to move in with you, which means she wants a mooch. She wants a guy to mooch off of, and try to get money out of her for the living expenses. Good luck on that.
Well, the first time we talked, she mentioned how I said, "Oh, I need to clean my house. I could clean your house. I could do your laundry. Oh, I'd cook for you. I'm like, oh, I said, well, we could do that stuff together. I like that." And then the next time I talked to her, I could never hear her as clear. And then she's talking about this, oh, I could just, maybe I could just rent a room and all this. And then she's just kind of dropped it real quaintly about moving in with me, and I just totally dismissed it.
Well, she's gonna, first of all, they're all ifs. You don't know if she's gonna pay you the rent. You don't know if she's not gonna steal from you when you're not looking.
I don't know if I want to fuck her. It looks like I do. I don't
Right.
know if I want to have a relationship with her. I don't know yet.
She might be a horrible cook. She might be like Peggy Bundy or Deborah Barone. She like they can't cook. No domestic skill. She might not have any domestic skills whatsoever,
Yeah,
because you don't know anything about her.
exactly. I managed not to talk to her today. We've been texting. I'm thinking, why do I want to keep talking to somebody that's not even in town,
Yeah.
So I start talking to some other women, but these women on the internet aren't going anywhere. Then I got friends harassing me. Oh, are you afraid to meet women in person? No, but they're not. It's not that easy. So don't pressure me. I'm not going to hang out at bars. I'm just not. I don't want to.
No,
And the
because
women you meet at bars aren't exactly like Victorians or whatever, or real, quaint women. They're drunkards mostly.
well, anybody I ever met at a bar or even a bar in a dance club, they all have issues. They all have hang-ups and damaged goods, like
Drinking problems, stuff like
yeah.
that.
But no, what I say damaged goods is, they come with damaged goods. It's
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean they're alcoholics. It just means that they're screwed up,
of course.
and then they dump their issues onto your life.
Well, I mean, listen to this woman, divorced after 4 years. Mother lives in the Bahamas. She visits her occasionally. She had sex with some guy that was in the magistrate, a white guy, and he impregnated a lot of women on the island. He's one of those idiots.
He impregnated a lot of women on the island. That's funny.
Yeah, on the Bahamas, the islands.
The islands, yeah.
Yeah. And she said Bahama people are called Bohemians. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think so, but okay.
No,
Bohemian was an alternative lifestyle of hippies and beatniks.
No,
To live a bohemian lifestyle.
Bohemian, I think, was from like Bavaria, Germany. I think it's a European name originally.
But you heard the beatniks used to be called Boharian people or whatever.
Because the women didn't shave. They didn't shave their legs or their armpits or anything.
Let me tell you, women that don't shave have a big stink under those pits, I'd imagine. I never dated a non-shaver.
Let me tell you.
Most women I date now shave their pussy without even asking them.
When I used to work in a fish market, they they had at that time, Jerry Garcia was alive and kicking, and they had a Grateful Dead concert at the arena over here, Meadowlands or whatever, by Giant Stadium, the indoor arena.
Yeah.
So they all came into the market. The hippie chicks that are, modern day hippie chicks because they're young, but they were dressed like hippie chicks, like ragamuffins,
Gotcha.
and they stunk to high heavens. Now you got a really stink of body odor
Tongue stick of fish.
to overwhelm the smell of seafood of because fresh seafood doesn't reek. It really doesn't. But there's always a few old ones on the ice, right? But these girls, they stunk really bad. And what did I notice? They all had hair on their legs, which meant that everything else was hairy.
Yeah.
What did Andrew Dice Clay say? Mary, quite contrary, trim that pussy is so damn hairy. Yeah, that's before he got married and then he mellowed out. Oh man. Hey, this is working out pretty good because you're being picked up loud and clear by the microphone.
Okay.
It's like too bad. I mean, it didn't work out this time.
Yeah, it's like
Unless
I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to stand for a few hours, maybe just an hour anyway. I'm still getting screwed over by Facebook where they said that I could review my account, but they've got to send me a login code, and of course it never comes anymore.
well, I get the login code on my phone.
I used to all the time, and then it just stopped for some reason.
Yeah.
Because probably my minder turned it off to make sure I couldn't get anything done. So they won't even let me comment in my own groups. That was everything but food, I think. And you put a post, and I was going to say something, and they wouldn't let me. It's like I've committed. They usually do that to me when I committed some ultimate sin, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
I really find it quite annoying to constantly have to use a login code. I mean, they all have some type of way of getting under your skin. All the social media platforms. Some are just worse than others.
Yes.
And I'm trying to block. The spammers came back and they're not letting me block. They're not letting me block them. Some scumbag bastards. They're not letting.
I sent you a funny thing about Facebook. I just on Messenger. Are you talking about on Yard House or whatever it is?
Yeah. The bots. They're not letting me block them a second time. Huh? How about that? But anyway, I'll definitely see it after I get off of here.
It's just a funny thing about Facebook, about how you get banned for something you found on Facebook.
Yeah, I wish they were more specific. Like I wish they would.
Won't tell you much. How can you not repeat it then if you don't know what you've done wrong?
I wish they took the posts that got you thrown in Facebook prison, and so you could look at it and see what you're not allowed to do there.
Yeah, and I reposted something from Facebook and got in trouble. I've seen nudity on Facebook too, and they don't ever do anything to them. I haven't seen a lot of nudity, but part of my God. Oh man. I'm chatting with another nice, attractive black woman, and one of my friends said, a women friend says, "Oh, you like us black women?" No, I like women. They just happen to be black.
You know, you know what's happening on TikTok now. Every time I go to check my profile, these videos of these young gay guys wearing speedos trying to do a seductive dance keeps on popping up in front of me, and it's sickening.
Well, that I'm telling you something. TikTok is, I don't know. I wouldn't be on there if I were you, but that's your choice. TikTok is it's created by and monitored by the Communist Party of China. That's a way to spy on Americans, and they're trying to, maybe they're trying to agitate you. You know, it's like calling somebody a fag over and over that isn't. You faggot.
Well, I've been educated a long time ago. I'm already a socialist.
Well, you know, you're allowed to be whatever you want in this country. China, they'd shoot you dead if you didn't follow capital law. And that piece of shit McCarthy, how did he become speaker? Whose dick did he suck?
Oh, he's a piece of garbage.
He's a fucking godless, cockless piece of shit that should have his head smashed with a fucking anvil. And how he sold his soul to become speaker, you know that, right? You know, the little 10% he had left?
Mm-hmm.
I heard that he made some deals that he's going to regret. So maybe his ass hurts or something. I don't know.
Well, like I always say, a Republican's pain is always my pleasure.
A Republican what?
A Republican's pain is
Yes.
always my pleasure.
Well, in the Republican Party, do you know the shit always floats to the top? First Trump, now this joker. And McCarthy, it's going to be war on the floor with him there, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. Hey, no wonder why AOC was smiling from ear to ear in that photo. You know, because of the turmoil that went on with the Republicans of trying to find a speaker.
Well, he's a Trump. He's a denier. Isn't McCarthy an election denier and a January 6th denier?
They're all deniers. Even that douchebag DeSantis, whatever. Yeah, they're deniers. The deniers are the extremists. Yeah.
DeSantis pictures himself as walking into the presidency any day now. You know that, right?
No, it's good.
And the Democrats need to run Gavin Newsom soon. He's not going to be a young rising star anymore by the time they let him run for president. He withstood that bullshit recall election that some Republican, I'm sure, was behind.
Oh yeah, the recall.
They had
Yeah,
people running for office that weren't qualified to fucking take out a book out of the library.
Well, you know, all the progressives on the I was told firsthand by people from out there, all the progressives on the entire West Coast are closer to the coast, and including all the cities are on the coast. You know, the coast. You know,
the coast that's falling into the ocean. That coast.
Right. And if you go east towards the into the mountains, into the boonies, there are a bunch of right wing, and the further into the mountains you go, the further east you go, the more redneck they become, and the more extremist they are.
Like people from Wisconsin and the UP over here, Upper Peninsula, Michigan, where they decided Michigan had to be one state, which is bullshit. Just like the Dakotas had to be split for some fucked up reason.
North Dakota, South. I'm fascinated by history. I would love to know why there are two Dakotas.
Doesn't need to be, and there doesn't need to be two parts of Michigan that aren't connected by land.
Yeah, the Upper Peninsula is separated by one of the Great Lakes, right?
Yes.
Hey,
So
where?
that's this country. If you travel some roads around me, you see some drunker did the diagrams, and they followed that. They got some crazy shit in this country.
Thank you, Michael. I know I was just answering Mike, Western Mike. Mike, he's you got the link if you whenever you're ready to join. I got Mick Von Raven on my phone because there were some glitches trying to get him on the show. Audio glitches, pretty bad ones too. And
Yes.
sometimes it works, and this time it didn't. But
So are you still on the air?
yeah, I'm on the air.
Okay, good.
I'm on the air.
Yeah, that friend of mine said that woman said I should do a rant, and then I would say things to inflame her and want her to come on. I said, hell yeah, I want you right-wingers on this show. That'd be the best part of it.
Well, if I inflame, I'm going to be very blunt and candid.
Hell yeah.
I'm not gonna pull punches.
No.
If she's not debating with any intelligent facts or anything like that, I just won't debate somebody that has nothing to say but ad hominem attacks and name calling, or tries to shout you down and talk over you.
I do not understand why this StreamYard won't open up on Chrome. I don't get that.
Yeah, but all I use is Chrome.
But not for me. It says you got to use Safari. I have no idea why.
And that's the reason why I felt like taking a sledgehammer to my iPhone, because I could not participate on many software programs. Many.
I'm giving it another try.
Hold on. I think it might be working. Oh.
Maybe. Hold on. Let me take off my.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Okay, I muted you. Go ahead, talk.
Oh, is it working?
Oh no, hold on.
No.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
It won't let me turn my mic off. Your browser's lost mic.
Wait. What the? All right, go ahead. Where are you? Oh, you're gone. Don Juan, and then he's gone. Still there? Hello? Oh. My phone is giving me. Hello? Hello? You're muted. Unmute yourself. Ay. Okay.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle, as Kramer said.
All we had to do was try 800 times. That's all.
800. Do you remember what you did that was any different, or you just kept on
Called
trying?
you on the cell phone.
Well, I mean, with the internet situation,
No, just browse porn as usual.
Well, I hope you realize that's why I don't have an iPhone anymore,
Okay.
because even though I use Chrome as my default browser, because I hated Safari, every time I try to go on a live stream, they force me to use Safari.
Well, Chrome should. I think it's Chrome. I don't know. It's weird. I have to buy a new watch. My watch band ripped off and stripped the thing, and I'm looking at an iWatch, and they're not cheap.
Oh, you got one of those.
I don't have it yet. I want to get one.
You mean a Dick Tracy watch?
Yeah, beam me up, Scotty. This is Dick Tracy. Wrong show.
This is a Dick Tracy calling Gogo Gomez. Come in, and
I
he'd be
believe
sleep.
didn't Dick Tracy have a lot of racial comments? Oh,
No,
Dick,
the whole
Dick
cartoon.
Tracy. You try and call me Dick Tracy. Yeah, they had a lot of accents and stuff.
The Gogo Gomez was one of his detectives, and he all he did was sleep under a sombrero, and then when Dick Tracy called him, he would wake him up, and he would say, "Yes, yes, Senor Tracy, what is my next assignment?" And
Crazy.
just look it up on YouTube. You'll be hysterical.
So
And
there
then-
was a Dick Tracy live cartoon that used to be on TV.
Yeah,
I never
No,
really
it was
saw
cartoon.
that. What's that?
It was a series. It was a cartoon series.
Yeah, I never saw many of those.
And then Joe Jitsu, he was a Japanese detective.
You know, I was
And that
watching Johnny Quest, and they had to remove some things from that, saying it was racist. The DVD, they removed things off of it.
What
So I
about
was-
Heckle and Jekyll?
Well, they have a few shows that they've suppressed, but I don't know if people had heard me about Kevin McCarthy. They did hear that broadcast, but I don't have to repeat that, do I? About him selling the 10% left of his soul. And
I heard I read quite a bit about him, and you know what? The Republican Party couldn't have enough saboteurs. I mean, they got plenty of wackos to embarrass them.
I don't know if I told you, my right wing friend has a conspiracy theory that anyone that dies young is because they had the vaccine. She called it the jab. You're talking about the jab? I'm like, I don't know what the jab is. Oh yeah, it's the jab, and of course she doesn't have it, but she likes to talk about it a lot. And then if somebody dies, they say, "Oh, did they have the COVID? Did they have the COVID vaccine?" You know, people are dropping dead. No, they're not. It's not factually based. It's fantasy based.
Well,
Just-
if you look into the history of vaccines, anybody with any sense would see that vaccines work.
And then also she had a theory that China was helping Russia in the war. Based on what facts? Maybe Iran is,
Oh,
not China though.
No, not the military. Propaganda, spreading misinformation.
Oh yeah, China's good at that. Like they pretend they're humanitarian and then they kill their own people.
Well, I read the article on the show that that Russia and China, since Russia invaded Ukraine, have been in cahoots together, spreading misinformation on the internet.
I wonder why China wants to be their friends and ours. Same reason Saudi Arabia wanted to be our good friend, so they could pull off 9/11.
Well, Saudi Arabia, I remember seeing when the Crown Prince when Vladimir Putin showed up for this international meeting, and the Crown Prince saw Vladimir Putin, and they ran up to each other and they high-fived one
Two
another,
murderers, murderers think alike.
and they
Mass
gave each
murder.
other, they embraced one another.
And then probably blew each other later that night.
So, birds of a feather, right?
Well,
And-
yeah.
And of course, Donald Trump admires people like that.
Well, how about when they gave the remains of that reporter back to Trump and he said, "Hey, thanks, no problem." Tortured, mutilated. Oh, thank you. He never did anything, no retaliation, nothing.
You're right.
Trying to think. You said there's a way I could put my picture up while I'm doing something and then keep talking. Let's see.
Yeah, hold on. Let me oh, I'll be
Edit audio avatar.
I'll
Yes.
be right with you. Yeah, avatar. So
Hold on.
you can select an avatar.
Here we go. Here's my avatar. This is me at 4 years old. Okay. Let me try to upload the avatar. I'm trying.
And
Let's take it.
once you upload it, it'll be highlighted with a border around it.
Yeah, right now it says upload avatar. I don't know what I have to do.
Okay. Now after it's uploaded, look down below on the screen where it says stop cam.
Hold on a second. It's still uploading it, I think. Oh God, this is not convenient at all.
It's taking that long.
Yeah, well, it's like it should be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd he go? There's never a dull moment on these shows. There he is.
Let's see if I can try that again. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I think you could select up to. Let me check. I'll tell you how many avatars you're allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9.
I think it's taking a minute to upload my avatar. Is what's going on.
Yeah, like for instance, I got this friggin' damn thing. All right, I'll select this one.
So, did you notice how the Donald isn't doing any campaigning at all?
No, yeah, he hasn't been. Maybe he just wants maybe he's got too much on his mind,
Well, he's looking for a free pass. He's looking for a free pass from treason.
I mean, does he really want to move back in the White House? I mean, he's in Mar-a-Lago.
Well, I'm thinking of a place in Virginia, maybe in a certain orange suit that he's going to use.
You mean the federal pen?
Yes.
Isn't there a whole bunch of federal pens?
Oh yeah, there's some country clubs around.
Oh, Republicans want to reactivate Alcatraz. They want to bring back Alcatraz.
Yeah, I heard. Make Alcatraz great again.
Make Alcatraz great again. The Rock, Alcatraz.
I don't understand why this. I'm trying to position this photo and it just kind of moving, dots around it, and it's not saving it. I don't know what it's doing.
Okay, try another. You have any wild artistic heavy metal image that you could just see if it'll upload an image?
All right, hold on a second. This is aggravating me. I'm not familiar with this. Why isn't it saving it then?
It's supposed to be saved because you don't have an avatar, so it's supposed to save it quickly.
Yeah, it's not. And I'm not that savvy with it.
You don't have to be savvy with the avatars. It's really quite simple.
It's actually quite annoying.
See, like right Now, this is what I meant when I could test the volume. I could test the microphone. You notice how the halo is bouncing as I'm talking around my avatar?
Yeah.
Hello. All right.
All right, I'm trying another avatar. Let's see. Why is it enter edit audio avatar? Audio?
I don't know. Is there an
What?
is it like a MIDI? Not a MIDI. Is it like a GIF? You can't use any GIF animations.
Oh, they want me to log in to do it. Oh, those sons of bitches.
Oh, that you can't have an avatar. You can't use an log in.
Yeah, some bullshit.
You're not supposed to log in to have an avatar.
It says you'll have to log in or sign in, upload more avatars. Well, I don't need more.
One.
Yes.
Well, what about just an image, like like an album cover?
I have a rock and roll one. I put in a rock and roll one, and I hit apply, and then but it won't come up when I go to change.
Bet it's that fucking Safari.
Oh, fuck them. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm not lounging around in the nude like I normally do on Saturday night.
I mean, if you hit stop cam, you won't have an avatar. You'll just have.
There it is.
There it is.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Well, there's one. There's my avatar. Why is it so small?
Oh yeah, yeah. It makes it fit in the circle. I don't know why it does that.
That's actually stupid.
Well, it's stupid and
Annoying.
annoying, and if you have a great avatar, you don't want to be miniaturized.
No. Oh.
But I could see the guitar, and I could see there's some kind of a demonic image behind it.
Now, how do I switch back?
Oh, you click stop cam.
Cam. I hit cam. Okay.
Well,
Excuse me.
so at least you got something there.
A little something, something.
Something like if you need to run to the men's room,
Well,
or
here's my cool. I bought this die cast recently. I've had to cut back on them because I ran out of room. But this is an actual car that had two motors in it. Hurst shifters made it. A 1966, I think.
oh wow, lower your camera so I could see the vehicle. Oh, okay.
You see the two engines?
Yeah.
I also have one that Hurst made that had the rear engine, a Hemi under glass. I don't know if you can see all that. It's hard to tell. Hold on.
No,
Yeah.
I could see it. Well, you
Okay.
see, you're smart enough to know that if you have a collectible, you keep it in the box or
Put it on the display case.
Yeah, like if you a friend of mine who's a pro wrestler, he's into action figures, but comic books too, but even then he won't take the comic book or the action figure out of the box. He'll leave it in the box just in case, in case in the future it becomes.
There's a nuclear fallout. You want it to survive?
Well, no, a collectible. If it's
I know, I'm kidding.
It's same thing with coins, with coin collectors. Like it has to be in mint. Everything has to be. That's the word I'm looking for. Everything has to be in mint condition.
Sure.
To get top dollar for it.
All those die-cast cars are made in China. They're designed here and then made over there. They're pretty neat. You can't play with them like, I'm as an adult, obviously I'm not going to play with them, but you can't move around. They could break easily. They're for show, not go.
Is Toys R Us still the best place to get like action figures? And
I don't know. I know they were trying to make a comeback. I assume Amazon's just as good.
Yeah, I was looking in the Japanese market. I was looking at the Godzilla, the monster action figures, and they were expensive. Um,
The problem without having kids is you don't get to live vicariously through them, buying toys you'd want for yourself, but giving them to them.
yeah, but then they end up busting it.
Oh yeah, I busted every toy I had. It was part of my. I took my GI Joe and found out how he moved around. He had some spring connection. I ripped his head off and saw. I took talking GI Joe in the bathtub. He never spoke again. No one stopped me. I was young and dumb.
You want to laugh on my profile? I put an old vintage commercial of the Slinkies when they came out,
Yeah,
and it had the song Slinky, Slinky,
that thing. Somebody laughed all the way to the bank on that thing.
and the kid's going like this. He's playing with the Slinky, and his hands are doing this. The boy.
That's a spring that went bad at the factory. They turned it into a toy. Yeah, I remember all that.
I bet it was discovered by accident,
Exactly.
and
So I'm still out there.
somebody
Still out
with
there.
the maybe.
Okay. I'm still out there trying to date. It's really tricky. Internet dating is not going that great. Women will put their foot in the water, their toe in the water, but not all of them are taking chances.
Oh, we have a guest. Remember,
Go fuck yourself,
remember Thing from the Addams Family?
Yes.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Ass licker.
all right.
Brains.
What?
Fucking idiot.
No, don't talk like that. That's very
Screw you.
hard.
Fuckface.
It's very hard.
Fucker.
That almost looks like a large French fry. That finger.
It's very
Fat ass bastard.
you're being very harsh.
Sit on this.
Ooh. He might have to get going. He might have to do some fisting somewhere tonight.
Oh, he's
He might have a fetish fisting somewhere tonight.
a fetish. Oh,
A fetish fisting festival that he's
oh,
attending.
fisting.
Yes.
Or
Squeeze Donald. Squeeze the Donald. I love that his tax returns have been released. He's paid nothing. He scammed the American public for years.
we need to make Alcatraz great.
Great again. It's a really great place. I'm thinking of it. I was watching the NFL this weekend, and teams are just getting blown out. It's not that fun today.
I watched the game last week when Green Bay destroyed the Vikings.
Well, I don't want Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I'd rather see the Lions. The Lions haven't been in the playoffs forever. As a Bears fan, yeah, we don't want them.
Yeah.
Let's see if I could change my avatar real quick for fun.
Are they still playing in Soldier Field?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Why? You don't like Soldier Field?
It's not a real stadium. They don't own it. They're trying to get their own stadium. They're the only team in the NFL that doesn't own their own stadium.
Well, they still have those like Roman or Greek columns.
Yeah, what they did was they built around it. It looks like a spaceship landed on it, basically.
Walter Payton.
Oh, God, the greatest. Such a tragedy. I hated his death. It was the worst. Yeah, his death was just devastating.
Yeah. The Refrigerator Perry, he was a bear, right?
Yeah, he turned into a major drunkard, unfortunately.
I think Franco Harris passed away recently.
Yeah, poor Franco. That's a shame. And it was right before they were going to celebrate him. And then that other poor guy had that unfortunate accident where he his heart stopped. I mean, that was a freak accident. I think if you hit somebody bluntly right in their heart area, it'd stop about anyone's heart, I think.
Yeah.
And they were fortunate to save his life.
Yeah, that's why the heart punch was banned in wrestling.
Yeah.
Stand the
Crazy
man,
stuff.
Stasiak, Ox Baker. Yeah.
So
People.
I'm still in imaginary Facebook prison with for crimes committed. I have no idea what they're talking about. No idea. And they don't tell me, and I can't. It says you could post to your own groups. They won't even let me do that.
But they're not
So,
giving you the opportunity to learn from your mistakes
well,
because you don't know.
they said I should review it, and they'll send me a login code. They haven't sent me a login code in over a year. I keep sending. My phone number hasn't changed. It's the headquarters of Facebook that's changed.
But there's nothing to review. Every time they tell me to review something, there's nothing. I mean, the example of what they took down is not there.
No, it's not. So I don't know what their problem is, and frankly, I don't care. I mean, Facebook's not that important to me anymore. I made it important. That's like making fantasy world important.
Facebook is gradually shriveling like a dead leaf on a tree. It's just
Like the nuts on someone that's never had sex for years, shriveling down to raisins.
it's shriveling. There's less activity. There used to be a lot more activity, but not these days.
No.
I think that it's Zuckerberg's fault. His dishonesty and greed and sleaziness, because he's a member of the tribe. He's shooting himself in the foot, and he's shooting himself in the other foot, and the same thing's happening to Elon Musk with his, between all the complaints with his cars and what he's doing to Twitter. He paid $44 billion for that company that was already in financial trouble.
Which company? Twitter?
Yeah, he paid like $44
I didn't know
billion.
Twitter was in financial trouble.
Well, he said it was.
Oh.
But the people, the employees in San Francisco have to bring their own toilet paper now.
Wow.
Yeah, he cut the everything, the janitors, the cleanup crew, the security. He's closing other locations. He wants to have only one location, San Francisco. He had it on 4 floors. Twitter is on 4 floors of a particular building, and he's reducing it so the rent will be cheaper. He's reducing it to 2 floors.
Why doesn't he just turn it around like a building and sell it and make money and move on? He doesn't really need to own it. He should have taken that money and give it to the poor hungry.
Well, he hasn't.
Twitter.
He hasn't paid any rent. He owns like almost 150 grand in rent. He hasn't paid a dime in rent.
Oh, Twitter rent, you mean?
For the headquarters in San Francisco.
He's going to try to write that off, That's a famous rich person's move. Famous rich person's move.
Well, they're suing him for the rent.
Yeah, I heard he was bipolar. I think it's showing more and more. He must be off his lithium.
Yeah, he doesn't. He expects people to sleep overnight there and work to make it their home.
So he's looking for indentured servants or slaves.
Yeah. It's 24/7, and he says he doesn't have a home. He just sleeps over a friend's house and sleeps at the office. Sleeps in the.
Doesn't he have a wife and kids?
The plant.
Doesn't Musk have wife and kids?
I don't think he has any now.
Well, he's got kids, but no more wives. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think he has.
Had wives. Does have kids.
Yeah.
I think some of his kids don't get along with him.
Well, because he's a scumbag. That's why.
Well, he is nuts too. He's certifiable. And why did he get so obsessed that he had to buy Twitter? I don't understand that at all. Their Twitter people are laughing all the way to the bank, I think.
You know, and he was wearing a T-shirt that says "Occupy Mars."
Well,
He's lucky he can occupy Twitter.
it can occupy the space on this earth.
Yeah, everybody's, you know, they all want to play Captain Kirk. They all fantasize about colonizing Mars.
When that crazy that Jeff Bezos wants to you know, do a lot of space travel and bring his boyfriend Michael Gahan with him.
Oh, he's got one of those.
Michael Strahan, I call him Michael Gahan. He's supposedly a closeted Fanuc.
So I always thought he had a little too much twinkle in his eyes, Jeff
That's
Bezos.
just, to each his own. But when you're a celebrity and you're hiding, it's kind of creepy. Like Kevin Spacey, yeah.
Fanoikia. He's a Fanoikia.
But when I was a kid in the 70s, Mars, I was so disappointed. We never tried to go to Mars. I heard that it isn't worth the money, that take too much time, blah, blah, blah. I always was excited about, after the moon, we didn't do much on any planets. I mean, I don't know. I think we should go to Mars.
And
if
Mars,
SpaceX,
it takes a year. With the technology we have now, it takes 1 year.
well, I'm sure somebody would do that. Somebody that excited about it would take a year to get there and wouldn't care. Not me or you, crazy space traveler.
Yeah,
I think they could find volunteers to go to Mars, don't you?
There's people crazy enough to go.
A whole year on a spaceship, I'd lose my freaking mind.
And then there's you have to eat that food that squeezes out of a pouch, like the military.
Delicious.
Like instant beef stew, which is, I've seen it. I've seen the government food for the military. It comes in a pouch.
They get your meals all prepared and pouch them up for you.
You pouch it. It's plastic pouch, and you open the one end, you squeeze it into your mouth.
And you don't heat it up or anything. It's just as is, eh?
It's as is.
Well, when I was a kid, that's when they had all
Slinky,
that science.
the Slinky.
You look like you're grabbing a couple pair of boobs there, buddy.
Well, that's why I'm laughing. That's why I'm laughing at the commercial. The kid, his hands are in that.
When I was a kid, they had all the sci-fi stuff on TV. It came from the movies from the 50s and 60s onto TV. $6 Million Man, that's sci-fi. They had Battlestar Galactica. So there was all kinds of interest in space, especially after Star Wars. So I still don't understand why we didn't go to Mars yet. People say it's a waste. I think
Remember when they were questioning the dark side of the moon? What do we really know about the dark side of the moon?
Well, take some mushrooms. You'll find out. Some psychedelic shrooms. And have your third eye look into it.
It was a porno movie many years ago called The Dark Side of the Moon. It was
I think we know that was with black ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
on 42nd Street?
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
Time. I remember Vanessa Del Rio.
Oh my, she was her and Seika did a good movie together.
Yeah.
The golden age of porno.
Ona Z.
Oh, she was hot too.
Onazee. Ona Z. And she kind of reminded me of Vanessa Del Rio.
She was prettier than her.
Ona Z?
Yes.
Yeah.
They definitely had some hot women in that.
So we're sort of slowly mastering the mattress. The Slinky.
I'd like to say the hanky panky.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh lives inside of you.
I did not know that Winnie the Pooh was female. Did you know that?
I had no idea. I thought it was a very effeminate male teddy bear.
I thought it was androgynous.
Yeah, because the voice was extremely annoying. I thought Winnie the Pooh's voice, I couldn't take it. It was like nails.
I liked Winnie the Pooh though, man. They used to have lighthearted cartoons on TV when I was a kid. Specials. They were kind of fun. This Christmas, I avoided all Christmas movies and songs because of the passing of my mom and sister. In 2022, I sure hope 2023 is better to my family and me.
You know, every time I went on Netflix, I know they exist, but they want you to pay for it. I was looking for all the Krampus horror movies, and I couldn't find any for free.
Oh yeah, when you search on TV for old movies, crappy ones, they want you to pay like $5-10 to watch them.
What the
And
hell
they're
is
all
that?
crap. They're not like Oscar-winning movies or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I would, a lot of horror movies, many of them, some of them I can't really get into. A lot of them are foreign horror movies.
With subtitles?
Not always. No, they're dubbed.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah, like the way the kung fu movies were. The acting, I don't know. It was just something. It was
You need
different.
the action, not the acting. Just like in the kung fu movies, you need the action, not the acting.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Here they was as fast as lightning.
Hey, Paul.
I'm not happy. Hey guys, listen, we got a real problem here.
What happened?
Let me ask you a question, okay? So my wife's grandfather all of a sudden yesterday falls on the floor. He's healthy as an ox. He's got no health problems, okay?
Right.
So he falls down.
Sorry
We
to
get
hear
him back up, and he fell 3 times yesterday. Ambulance came. He doesn't want to go to the hospital after what he saw happen to me, okay?
That's crazy.
So basically, I called the fire department because the carbon monoxide alarm went off while I was live on Facebook for no reason. Never goes off, And they call the fire department. They get in here, and I talked to somebody today about this. That's actually a fireman in Florida. He said, number one, when the fire department comes in, they're supposed to go all around the house and check everything. He goes, and number two, he said, don't believe. He said, what was the reading? I said, 0. He goes, that's impossible because every unit has some kind of carbon monoxide in it. It doesn't matter. He goes, it would read 1, 2, or 3, but there's certain levels that, once it reaches certain levels, of course, everywhere you go, there's carbon. If you got your windows open and there's cars running downstairs, you're getting carbon monoxide. It doesn't matter. So his shit was 0. And then he goes, oh, there's nothing wrong here. And they leave. But everybody today, my wife is not feeling well. The cat hasn't even meowed. The cat's like walking around like fucking, like something's wrong. Everybody's lazy, man. Like today, all of a sudden, I felt like this.
CO2 poisoning.
Yeah. How can they do that?
Gas company.
How can they do that in here? What can they do to do that? How? From downstairs in a building?
Call public service.
I called 311 and they called the fire department. But you got to remember, the fire department's connected to the cops. The cops are connected to the fucking building. We already found that out, and they know they're busted. So now they're trying to do anything they can to get rid of us.
They probably were like this. Oh, what address was that again? Oh, them? Let them.
Yeah, I told them the cops are not allowed to come here. I said, Grandpa, we don't want the cops here. He doesn't want them here. After what they did to me, they ripped me out of here last week because of my therapist said I was going to kill myself. I was an endangerment to everybody, and fucking came to my studio while I was working and ripped me out of my house. Okay, because I got a lawsuit against them. Pulled me out of the house. Yeah, brought me to the hospital. Three doctors I know me that I don't do drugs or nothing. Okay, they all evaluated and passed me. Bad shit, man. And they're stupid because I gotta, this is under federal investigation. I went to the IRS. I went to the Criminal Justice, the Federal Trading Commission. I reported all of them, and they're so stupid. They're hacking my fucking emails. My Gmail account that I had with you, James, that I always send you. Yeah. Everything is gone. Everything. 15 years of everything is gone out of my email.
So everything you had saved in file and folders on
Everything is
Gmail,
gone. Yeah, everything's gone in the
Crazy.
start, in the important section. Everything's gone
is
all of a
this
sudden.
because of what your therapist told them?
Yeah, but they're so stupid because you know what? Everything that was in that email that was important, they're so fucking dumb. Everything that was in that email is saved to 7 other emails that they'll never know about. Idiot motherfuckers.
Good.
So
So the-
stupid. And James, I sent you tons of emails with the files. So he's got them and other people have them as well. Unopened files. And that's why we did that, because you know what? We're gonna catch them motherfucking asses. But it doesn't matter because everything they deleted, I already have. But what they did delete is they deleted my restraining orders that came from the Supreme Court. So I couldn't show the cops.
Wow.
Now, listen, you gotta pause me out. Pause me out for a minute. I got a phone call.
All right then.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was,
Holy hijack. Hopefully he's okay.
yeah, no, he's got, he just touched the tip of the iceberg.
I bet.
This is nothing compared to what's going on with Paul Anthony Mantia. Nothing.
Sounds horrific.
But he's got a lot of lawyers working on his behalf. He has a lot of big lawsuits,
Good.
and the feds are involved. And the FBI has this whole thing under investigation. What's happening to them? But it's a long story. Actually, it's material for a movie made for TV in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, the material can very easily be a movie.
So
Now,
they're
what I
trying
was-
to harass him into dropping the lawsuits, it sounds like.
Yeah, they're trying to
Yes, that's what they do.
him by extortion, right?
And telling him that he's having him committed, that's all harassment.
Yeah, that they want him to drop the lawsuit because they know just how much money is involved with the lawsuit and prison time for all the people involved. So they're using extortion tactics of all different kinds to get him to drop
Wow.
everything, and they're just digging themselves deeper because Paul has a very high IQ, and they don't realize that he records and he print screens and he saves everything. He like everything that would work against them in a court of law. Now, what I was saying about the horror movies, the last thing I mentioned was the foreign horror movies.
Yes.
Then you have the low budget horror movies where you have the big breasted young ladies that cannot act to save their life. And
Well,
they're
that's the producer's girlfriend. Yes.
they're the
Wife
first,
doesn't know about.
yeah, they're the first ones to die off in the horror movie.
Well, yeah, because they can't act so quickly.
Right.
They get dispatched topless, of course.
Well, actually, unfortunately, the blacks in the low budget horror movie get
Are
killed
killed
off.
like in the first minute.
They get killed off first. Then the big breasted bimbos that can't act, then they get killed off one at a time. And when they run away, they always trip. They always
Well,
trip.
I don't know if you've noticed in regular movies, not low budget ones, whenever there's woman going topless, she's always got the smallest breasts in the whole area. The low budgeters, they use the large breasted women. Regular Hollywood, they always use flat chested women for the nude scenes. I've never quite understood that.
Is that because the big breasted women want a lot of money to
Yeah, maybe they pay by the inch, so they get a bargain.
they get a bargain?
By the way, why are TV and movies still showing people smoking cigarettes? Because those actors smoke? I mean, it's crazy. Smoking it's bad news. I quit 33 years ago. Cigarettes and vaping.
My grandmother, may she rest in peace, she died of heart disease, and she started smoking back in the early night in the 1920s when she was 14 years old. She told me she started.
I started my first cigarette when I was 11. We shared one between 3 guys, and we all got a head buzz off of it.
Well, you know why they started? Because of the movie stars, the male and female
Well,
movie
people
stars.
didn't know cigarettes were bad for you, supposedly. But why do they show people in Ben Affleck? I think he smokes. He's smoking in every movie he does, and get that stuff out of here. Garbage.
It really sets a bad example.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Shouldn't
But
be
anyway,
casual smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nasty. And I remember when people say, "Oh, you'll be addicted." No, I won't. Yeah, that's a big lie you tell yourself.
Oh, nicotine. Now,
Exactly.
does marijuana have the same TARS, cancer?
I don't think so, but I don't smoke it anymore. I don't want any smoke, vape, nothing. I do smoke cigars like once a week, but that's just once a week. And I prefer edibles or things like that nowadays.
You should get yourself a real fancy, like a Hugh Hefner pipe, like the long ones.
Well, I never have smoked a pipe. Will I get all the women you did then if I do that? Get the Dickie and the what kind of jacket is that? The smoking jacket or whatever he wore?
Oh, that was a smoking jacket they call
Because
it.
I never thought Hugh Hefner was a really exceptionally good-looking man, so I don't know how he got all those women.
No, he's not. He was
just tricky Dickie, smart. He was smart for her, wasn't he?
Playboy magazine started and was always in Chicago.
Yes.
And the Playboy Mansion was Southern California. But he had like a prune face. It was like sunken in. And
but he got the ladies, and I also heard he admitted in his book that he had some bisexual activity. I think all those people in the 70s tried that because there was no AIDS.
Yeah. Well, I remember Plato's Retreat and all the swingers clubs in New York was closed by Mario Cuomo because of the beginning of the AIDS epidemic.
Yikes. And that's the AIDS epidemic that I mentioned on the last show that President Reagan did not address quickly enough. That's why so many people died.
Well, because he's a Republican and they don't care about gay people.
Well, yeah, even though his son Ron Reagan Jr. I think is possibly gay. He should have cared about him. And Hollywood was full of, gay people that were. Reagan came from.
He's very progressive.
Well, yeah, he's smarter than his dad. His dad did movies with chimps, and then he got into the White House. Some people acted like he's Saint Reagan.
Oh, Bonzo.
Yeah, Bongo Brains.
He didn't do good movies.
No.
Nah, he did crappy movies, and then his acting career was short. It flopped.
So to switch gears for a second, 2024. Do we have any prediction? Do you have any idea who you think the president of the United States is going to be?
Well, I know that old father time is ticking away for Joe Biden.
He's running again, and the party's going to get behind him.
He'll run. No, he'll run.
Who
and
will?
The party will get behind him. I don't know.
DeSantis is going to be able to beat him.
DeSantis has too many
skeletons in his closet.
Dumb and dumber skeletons in his closet.
Well, yeah, we don't know much about him. He's just trying to become the front runner out of almost nowhere, in my opinion.
He's like a baby Trump. He's like a baby Trump. I don't think he'll be able to successfully debate against Joe Biden. I will
criticize Joe Biden because he's old and this and that. Well, he's behind the scenes. He's getting shit done. His legislation.
He's gotten more done in the first half of the first term in office than many modern day presidents were able to achieve. He's getting a lot now. He could. I don't know why he doesn't do it. Here's Michael. Hold on. I don't know why he doesn't do it, but I don't know. Hey, Mike.
Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on?
I-
MVP, JPM, how you doing?
Good. Very good. We had Paul Mantia was on for a little bit, then he got a phone call. But Joe Biden, he should sign away student debt.
Well, he's
You know,
trying. He's being, Wow.
Since he accomplished so much in such a short time, sign away student debt and stack the Supreme Court with progressive justices
and legalize weed
and,
federally.
and legalize weed as a national legal substance. What is your take on anything? I know Charlie McCarthy. What was his name again?
Kevin McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy. I say Charlie McCarthy was a ventriloquist dummy.
Who was
Kevin
the
McCarthy.
one? Who was the one that had the McCarthy error? What was his name? The McCarthyism when you blacklisted people.
Oh, he thought everybody was a comic.
Yeah, what was his first name? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, he was bad news. He's probably related to him.
Hold on. Let me do. There we go. Well,
Didn't Hakeem Jeffries get more votes than anybody in a long time?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I heard he gave one hell of a speech recently.
Yeah, that speech was pretty good.
He reminds me of Senator oh man, Cory Booker.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that. Cory Booker, yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of him.
Of a
But,
young Cory Booker.
He
Well,
does,
yeah, I remember Cory Booker when he was mayor of Newark, New Jersey, and he didn't do a damn thing for Newark. Newark was a shithole, and it remained a shithole even after he started running for senator.
He ran for president briefly. At one point, he looked like he could be president. He did withdraw. Not sure if he supported the current president in the primary or not. I think he did, in fact, endorse him. But it's so far, it's so long ago. We're already talking about
The next election.
Ron DeSantis. And
Yeah.
well,
I wonder if what's his name again? Andrew.
Cuomo.
No, the other gentleman, the Asian gentleman that wants to start the third party.
Oh, Yang.
Yang.
Andrew Yang.
Oh,
Third
yeah,
party
Andrew Yang.
ready for the 2024 election? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
The Yang Gang.
Yeah.
He tried to start a new party.
Yeah.
Like Trump wants to start a new party, actually, if they don't embrace him, Republicans.
Well, they're not.
I
So
think that Trump should do infomercials selling the Trumpy bear. You know, the bear that has the Trump hairdo. The
You know,
teddy
I don't think they're going to have a third party candidate because no third party candidate's running right now, and it's already 2023. So
actually, the Green Party, Howie Hawkins, is running, but the Democrats, by court of law, are keeping the Green Party off the ballot, which is really not. It might be unconstitutional.
Yeah, but what is it with these people who they keep saying? What is it with some folk, members of the House or Senate, or just politicians in general, who keep on talking about running a third party, even though they kind of have some traction, but not a lot. And it seems like every time they bring the idea up, they think they're bringing some solution, but it's only causing further, maybe not division, but it seems every time somebody tries to do that, it just further complicates things. It just makes things unnecessarily more difficult. Like this whole thing in Arizona. What was that about? Arizona was going to be a trifecta, and we're still 51, but we now have 3 independents, and it's, why be independent when kind of one party was doing a lot with COVID and everything, and so it just does not make any sense. What this third party stuff.
Well, you know what the problem is? I remember, okay,
Yeah.
I remember when the Green Party was on the ballot and Dr. Jill Stein was the Green Party candidate for president. But, and here's the big but, they did not
Big book.
invite Jill Stein to
To the big.
presidential debates. Now, what good is having a party on the ballot if the third party candidate does not get invited to the debates? I mean, so nobody would get to know them.
That was weird. Yeah, you're right. Why do they have Gary Johnson and Jill Stein included in some way for the results, but not for everything first? Just again, this third party stuff is always more of a spoiler, if anything.
Yeah, that's what they always say that, but then now people are finding out the truth about the two-party system and how corrupt the two major parties are. And I mean, look at, like, Bernie Sanders could have very easily ran two-party, and with the momentum he had, he stood a good chance.
Oh yeah. So did Donald. So did Donnie T.
Well, they were so paranoid of Donald Trump getting elected that they talked against third-party voting because it would have been a spoiler for the Democrats. But look what happened. Trump beat Hillary Clinton anyway.
Yeah.
He got elected anyway. So
That was because James Comey came out and said she was under investigation right before the election, unheralded and unneeded. It was a scam.
she
Oh
got screwed over by Comey.
The Koch brothers probably paid him to do it.
yeah. But Hillary Clinton could have brought a lot of change, but as president, she would have annoyed a lot of voters. The problem with a lot of moderates is that they might not mean to do it, but they do kind of tick a lot of voters off, because just like anybody who's on an extreme, some moderates can be extreme themselves. I mean, it's yeah, and it's just they seem like they're helping out the other party too much.
Well, libertarians come in 3 forms also. They come right wing, extreme, moderate, and progressive libertarians.
Oh well, they're a fully functional party too.
Well,
Yeah.
I tell you, Hillary, I think, thought she had the election in the bag and did not do enough to win it. That's what her fault was, I thought.
Well, she didn't campaign. She didn't contest Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and
Yeah, she took some bad advice and paid
How's
the
that?
price.
how's that?
She took some bad advice and paid the price by not
Yeah.
campaigning.
Yeah, how do you contest Arizona, Georgia, but you don't make sure about the Rust Belt? Just
Stupid, very stupid.
yeah, that was weird.
Hey, hey, Michael, when you were in Illinois, what town is your family from?
Was in a town called Plainfield. Plainfield is nice. It's and then went to a bar in Shorewood for a bit. So went to Plainfield, Illinois. It's a real nice town. Yeah.
Yeah, because Mick is living in. He's from Chicago, but he's living in a suburb.
Oh,
Yeah, he's in a
which
suburb.
one?
I live in Des Plaines. I grew up in Niles.
Des Plaines?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I thought that was in Iowa.
No, Des Plaines has been in one of the oldest cities in Illinois.
Oh,
We're near Park Ridge and Niles and Arlington Heights and Mount Prospect. Plainfield's pretty far from Des Plaines, about
oh yeah,
45 minutes.
yeah. You've been to Plainfield before?
No, but I know where it is. It's far.
It's cool. It's a cool town. Yeah, it's real cool. And they have a lot of commerce in the Chicago burbs. We have some commerce out here.
Where are you at now?
Larkspur, the crabby little town of Larkspur, California.
Okay.
And we have some commerce, but we don't have commerce like Illinois has commerce in its suburbs. They have a bit, would say, stronger economy because they just have more businesses over there. You have businesses here, but
What city are
be a
you?
little
What
limited.
large city are you close to?
San Rafael. Some people say San Francisco, but not really. That's kind of a
Okay.
misnomer because as soon as you commute to San Francisco, you have to deal with at least a 45-minute, hour-long commute, 2
Right.
hours back. Yeah,
Wow.
especially with COVID. So if you just do San Rafael, it's a lot easier. It's a lot faster. It's like a 15, 30-minute bus ride both ways. So, and plus it's nicer and it's cleaner. And you just, you get real nice buses here. The buses are a lot nicer. So, yeah, it's just even doing the job search here, taking the bus locally, it's really good. And yeah, it's a quality experience. Love riding the bus through all the nature. It's really cool. Isn't that nice about the suburbs? All the nature. You take the bus and it's a lot. It's cool, right?
I love to see the flora and the fauna of Mother Nature, the trees, the flowers, the bees, the birds, everything. I like to see Mother Nature. I like to hear the birds singing and chirping in the early in the morning in the trees.
I like the oxygen.
Yeah.
The
You like the
oxygen,
what?
The oxygen.
Uh-huh.
better air. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's not as polluted, and you can see everything. Keep thinking I'm seeing a city when I'm coming into one part of town, but that's just like when my best friend and my buddies take me. My best friend took me back into the town from a place, and we looked out. I looked out, and I saw that there was this incredible skyline, but knew that
Nice.
there weren't any cities nearby. What?
Nice.
Oh yeah. It's just that you get a really nice view, and it's really cool.
Well, west of your area would be Napa Valley, right? Wine country.
North of my area. That's north.
Oh, north.
So
Okay.
Napa, you go up through Novato, up through Vallejo, would say, and then you're in Napa.
Nice.
And San Jose is
Down. That's the opposite direction. That's past SFO. So you go from Marin down to San Francisco, down to SFO, past SFO. One of the only things I like about San Francisco, because you can use the airport, and then and then after that, you can just take a train because they have trains down there from SFO to San Jose, and it takes like an hour, would say. So yeah, they're trying
the way
to.
to San Jose.
What? How?
Famous
What's that?
song. Do you know the way to San Jose?
I do not.
who was that? Dionne Warwick saying that,
Do
right?
you know the way to San Jose? Yeah.
Oh, Dionne Warwick, who did Alfie. Yeah, I remember about Dionne Warwick.
I was
What's
telling
it all about?
Mick that I found this page that had all vintage commercials from
Nice.
Wayne,
That's the word of the day for me. Nice.
and I put the Slinky, and when the Slinky came out in the early '60s, and they have a kid going like this, with the
A kid
Slinky.
going like that?
Yeah, he was playing with his Slinky, but
It
his
was like
hands.
a giant spring that wasn't very strong, and you could run it down the stairs and stuff.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you can. Yeah, gravity made it look like it was walking down the stairs. But you know, they had funny jingles, funny songs.
I was
Oh,
gonna do some weed. Think we'll pour out a nice weed thing, because we're coming up on my favorite time of night of 8 o'clock. So gonna get a weed drink and be right back.
Nice.
oh yeah, he's been drinking the cannabis infused beverages.
I have one left, and they taste horrible, but they get you high. And tonight I want
Hey,
to
that
kind of
tastes
wing
all
it.
right.
I have
Do
the-
they have ones with a decent amount in there?
I
that
have
you
the
can-
tonic one that it'll get you buzzed, but then I also have a syrup.
Oh, you mean syrup that you can spike it with?
Yeah, I have a syrup. I made a drink with it, and it was pretty mellow. But
Like, which one would you say has the highest percentage? Well, he knows.
I don't know.
He's
I'm a
been
novice.
drinking.
He's probably an expert. But
Well-
anyhow, I'm gonna pretty much sign off soon. I gotta want to watch the end of this football game, and I'm just shocked I was able to get back on after all the rigmarole and stuff that we were going through, jumping through hoops just to try to get on this chat.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, he was jumping through hoops, flaming hoops,
Yes,
Because
and I
he-
burnt my testicles.
because Safari, if you have an iPhone, Safari is not compatible with StreamYard.
Well, Chrome won't let you do it though. It's really weird.
Well, that's what I was doing when I
Is
had an
your
iPhone.
drink is your drink a tonic or what is it?
Oh no, this is Keef. This time Purple Passion. And it's cannabis infused classic soda. Not soda is not really my favorite, but for the purpose of marijuana, it's pretty dang good.
Yeah, I would assume the taste is better than I have these tonics, and they don't taste very good.
They're all right. Would much rather do the soda or like maybe
I have a
marijuana.
syrup though that's good. I put that in a drink. That's good.
Oh yeah. James, what are you drinking?
Oh, I'm drinking Magner's Irish Hard Pear cider made from
Nice.
pear.
Cheers. All right.
Cheers to my imaginary drink. I'm not having one right now.
That's
Give me
good.
give me
That's
30
nice.
seconds. I have to empty my sinuses. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right.
Entertain the troops.
All right. So, Michael, when did you move to California? Are you from there originally?
Oh, I moved here in 2007, California. My mother and myself thought that California would be better, and for the most part, it's been pretty good.
Where were you born?
Evanston. Was actually born in Evanston.
Nice. Yeah, I was born in Chicago. So the
Hey,
problem with
hey, how you
Go
doing?
ahead. I was scratching my head.
Oh, I think somebody said, "Hey, Mike," to me.
Sorry. The problem with California is it costs a fortune to live there. I
It
know
does.
people that have moved there, they had to move out because of the cost of rent and everything.
Yeah, but you know what? It's just even if they had to move out, at least they might carry their policies somewhere else where maybe people, maybe they like certain policies. Maybe those policies don't help out that much. So it's good just to have, I don't know, some diversification of policies and maybe not have such extremism in states because the states are so heavily controlled all the time toward one party or another. It's just, in a way, I guess it just kind of is a natural process because, well, yeah, California is losing a lot of people. They're going to be in someplace else and they're going to perhaps even create change over there, and that's going to make California perhaps kind of rethink a lot of what it does. I don't know. Maybe on second thought, just nobody really enjoys California policies, and
What do you
because
do for
most of them
work?
just don't help.
What
What do
kind
I
of
do
work
for
you do?
data entry? I'd like to do data
Okay.
entry a lot. I
So you
like to
could do
type
that
out.
anywhere in the world, right?
Pretty much. You could think
Gotcha.
even do that remotely. Data entry is really cool. All you have to do is log in and just start, copying things down.
Well, you
So,
have to have typing skills.
I like data entry. I like doing a lot of patriotic stuff. So, yeah, I like to. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
What do you do?
I do customs clearance, international goods. I do
That is so
key.
cool, my man.
Yeah, I key in invoices and values into a customs system and transmit it and get goods delivered and cleared through U.S. Customs.
Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
8 to 4, even better.
Oh man, that is so cool when they tell you like, hey, you know what, 4 o'clock. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
And anybody who says 6 o'clock is just being a privileged dick.
Yep. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to sign off. I want to catch the end of this football game and maybe have an adult beverage. I could do that on the air, but I'm lucky that I made it back on the air after the.
Oh, gonna do it by yourself.
What's that?
Oh, gonna do it by yourself.
Well, when you live alone, you do everything by yourself. So I'm working on some dates, but I don't have any women coming over yet. Had somebody, she fell through the wayside too soon. I'm working on the next one.
Well,
Oh yeah.
welcome
One at a
to the
time.
club. Michael lives alone there. I live alone. You live
I
alone.
live alone. Yeah, I need to get a female touch over here soon.
You mean an Android?
Most people don't worry about it. But
Don't
yeah,
worry.
don't worry about it.
You won't have nobody. Look, nobody tells you what to do now. You do whatever you want. Come and
Well,
go.
it's been that way for 20 some years. I only had one girl living with me for a year and a half, and that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, so everybody says just move on, but it's very tough to because you made such an effort, and being by yourself really does not require that much of an effort. So,
Well, they say it's better to have loved and lost than not loved at all. That's what they claim.
Yeah, but you know what? It starts off really
just
wonderful.
won't rush it.
It starts off great.
Oh,
and
it's great.
And then eventually
It goes south in about a year.
The woman starts, the smile turns into a frown and she starts complaining about this and that. And
Yeah, it happens
then,
with men and women. Both of them, either or, could go
you know,
sour.
and then
I don't know what to do when it comes to that stuff a lot, honestly, guys. I honestly don't really know that stuff that well.
they start barking out orders, when you've been together for a while.
Oh, man.
Well, anyway, well, gentlemen, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Go.
Nick, thank you for coming
Cheers.
back, making
Give me
it
the
work.
Good to see you.
I'll talk to you.
Cheers, everyone.
right.
Bye.
See you, Mick.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Mick is my administrator, right-hand man on all my Facebook pages.
Oh, cool.
I know him for a long time. He's good people.
Right on. So what have you been up to?
Well, I've been that's a good question. What I've been up to? I've been just doing a lot of researching and studying things that I have a current interest or past interest, anything that really creates enthusiasm in my mind. I just go out and I just research it and study. I've been doing a lot of that. I do that. I rarely listen to music. It's mostly just reading articles and watching good video. But not silly video, educational videos. And then,
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of good stuff on YouTube too. Just watching a lot of nice stuff on YouTube works. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, and I still work out 6 days a week.
That's a
And,
lot.
yeah, I'm on a split routine, and it's a strenuous routine, but I suck it up and I do it.
Okay.
And I've been dabbling in different culinary experiments that have been very successful. New recipes. My
What you
cook.
cooking?
Well,
'Cause
mostly
you're always cooking some cool shit.
I've been doing a lot of marinating and grilling, and I've been using my cast iron cookware. And today I had the sourdough pumpkin pancakes that I make the batter from scratch, the homemade batter, and I had it with the thickly sliced hickory smoked bacon, the thick bacon. So I had that. Tomorrow I'm going to have some Italian restaurants feature this. It's not a bunch of little meatballs. It's one big gigantic Italian meatball, hot and spicy meatball.
Oh man.
So I'm going to have the whole wheat spaghetti with the home style sauce with the meatball, the big jumbo 8-ounce. Well, it might be bigger by the time I put everything in it, but yeah, it's about 8 ounces or more.
Good.
Hot and spicy meatball. So that's what I'm going to have tomorrow. And
Oh man.
yeah.
My uncle showed me a bunch of hot sauce, and oh
Mhm.
man, it was good.
Well, I have 2 hot sauces in the cabinet.
Trader Joe's habanero.
That's one of them, yeah. Trader Joe's habanero, and the other one is a Melinda Quadruple X Special Reserve habanero by Melinda.
Habanero hot sauce is so good.
Yeah, this is like Quadruple X. It's like extra aged, and it's Melinda's got a good product line.
Oh, Melinda's. I think I've heard about Melinda's before.
Melinda's hot sauces, yeah, they're good. They're good.
Yeah, they do. You know what? Hot sauce companies, if they do an IPO, I'm going to totally, don't know about you, but I'm totally going to delve into that IPO. So hoping like heck that there's a hot sauce company that you can just make money off of while buying their hot sauce. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, there's so many different ones. Some of them have smoked chipotle peppers in them. And
Oh yeah.
some of them, chipotle is very popular. Some of them have,
Is Chipotle a hot pepper?
yeah.
How come they call the burrito place Chipotle, but Chipotle burritos doesn't really have anything spicy?
Well, chipotle is more about the flavor than it is about heat. So, like in other words, jalapeno and habanero are hotter, but chipotle, I think, is a big, long pepper that they smoke it and grill it, and it has its own distinct flavor. And some
Your
of
reviews are good, but I love reviewing hot peppers. I mean, just all the flavor, like you said, and just how you can just review a pepper. I've seen other YouTubers do it, but it seems a lot funner. It's just like you said, hot peppers are really good for you.
no, they're actually medicinally and nutritionally good for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you eat enough of them, you can achieve a state of euphoria. You can totally achieve a state of euphoria when you eat hot peppers.
Right. And some of them have mango in it, mango mixed with the hot pepper.
Yeah.
But a hot pepper's red when they're red. when they're orange to red, have more vitamin C than any citrus fruit, and more beta carotene, more vitamin A than carrots, or really very high in nutritional value. And the heat, the capsaicin, is very good for cardio patients because it opens up your arteries and increases the flow of circulation throughout your body.
Oh man, when it comes to hot sauce, just my favorite part of it is the capsaicin, because the capsaicin can make you really happy. Like you can get kind of high off of capsaicin.
Yeah, well,
First, you get the pain. Is that dog going off again? Do I have to log that dog into my dog log again? No.
is this the little dog that won't shut up?
Yeah, you know, he's doing what he can, but it's like it still keeps on doing it. The idea is to prevent things from happening in the first place, not, you know, sorry, and then like a day later, it's happening again. And
You know, it really is the owner, and I'll tell you why. A dog is not going to expend its energy barking that much for no reason.
The dog has a problem with what the owner's doing. Yeah. And the owner keeps on evading authority. Well, I don't know if authorities, but the owner keeps on evading people. So yeah, of course.
Maybe a dog has to relieve itself outside, or maybe a dog is hungry, or maybe a dog wants to play, wants a little attention. Maybe they're bored, and you know the owner doesn't want to bother with it.
Yeah.
The owner, you know, maybe just says, "Go over there, leave us alone. Go over." You know, I mean, well, the problem is, I don't know why some people even have pets or children.
I can admit if I'm not qualified to do something, you know, I even have trouble with myself sometimes when it comes to things like having a kid, or you know, it's just sometimes I can look at myself and say, wait, hold on a second. You know, am I ready for that? Am I even qualified? Like, these are good questions to be paying attention to.
Well, I'm not willing. Okay, there are people in this building, neighborhood, that have dogs. Now, I notice rich people tend to get these little fucking dogs.
That's right.
Now,
They don't get big ones.
no, they were little ones.
And even if they get big ones, they're still a-holes.
Now, when it comes to dogs, there's no way in hell I'm gonna get up before sunrise, because the dog is trying to wake me up, put its wet nose against my nose, and they want to go out, and I gotta go out in the rain or the freezing cold and take it for a walk, and then you know, and then it's not like people that have a backyard with a high fence where they just let the dog outside. He runs around, he does his thing, comes back in the house. No, if you don't have that luxury, you got to take it for a walk late at night, early in the morning. I'm not willing to do that. Okay, now with children, I'm not willing to give up to make any personal sacrifices.
You don't want to, your schedule matters to you. Your commitments matter to you.
Yeah, well, I don't want, I hate to say it, but they'll cramp my style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
James, I deal with a lot of old people. I deal with a lot of creepy old people and dog nutters. When it comes to cramming thy style, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I just don't want to be bothered. I mean, and then when they keep you really busy, and then when they grow up, then the mother wants to send them to good colleges. You think I'm going to work myself to death to put them through college? No way. There he is.
Do it would just be.
It's not good, man.
Do that in a smart way.
What's up, Doc?
Not good.
What's up?
It's not good. Grandpa's not doing good.
Oh,
You mean
sorry to hear that.
his health?
He there's some things going on in the building here, and I can't really discuss much about the case because it's federal investigation, so I got to keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean?
What is going on with neighbors and cases? What
No,
is it with neighbors and cases?
No, he's got a lot of things going on in his life that let's put it this way, it could very easily be a movie made for TV. Or a movie made for the
No,
movie.
people are already talking about the case on TikTok, and I'm like, look, I said to this, if any of the news tries to pick this up, I said, you better believe that I'm going to sue the shit out of you. I said, I'm a public figure. I refuse for you to put anything on the news. And if you do, you're fucking with a federal investigation through the criminal justice system.
You have to refrain from letting out certain information. You got to.
Well, they tell me. They tell me. You better listen. Let me tell you something about my Facebook, okay? Out of everybody in the world, my Facebook says account fully restricted. If my account was fully restricted, then you tell me how I go live and how I get all those people following me and I can post whatever I want. You know why? Because that's a certain thing for me, that when certain things come in that I can't post, that I shouldn't, I know what to post and what not to now, I'll send it to them. I send it from that that part, but I also go into, I have other sites like the Trade Commission that they got me a whole plan where they say, let all your friends on Instagram, Facebook know, post it up. Let them know that your identity has been stolen. It doesn't matter. Who cares if they say it's drama? Let them say drama and report their comment. That's all. He said people that say drama are normally involved with it. And that's how but they do love the way I put my case together. You know what I mean? I gave them everything in a timeline for the last 7 years, everything, every event that happened, detail, video, audio. I've gotten this week I put doctors on the line, doctors on a recorded phone call, okay? Timed and stamped in my studio, have them on the microphone talking, sitting there telling me that, when they take patients in, like, if you go to therapy, right? And you say say you got injured at a job. You go to therapy to talk about your anxiety. You don't want to take no prescription drugs. I don't take that shit. So this fucking case manager, she comes out and she's telling me this, the supervisor of my therapist. Well, sometimes, for Social Security, we got to do things like, we got to write depression and things like that to get people to social. I said, that's Social Security fraud then. I said, you just admitted that on a recorded line. She goes, oh, she's spelling her last name out. I said, how fucking stupid, and people are listening to this shit. They're like, the way you talk to these people, you get everything out of them. I said, it's called a reverse psychology interrogation, where, you say certain things to them, and, this woman would not let me talk, man. Like, she was cutting in on every fucking sentence, and she would not let me talk. I said, listen, take the little screws out of your fucking head and shut your mouth and let me talk for a minute. I said, if I can't talk and you keep breaking me up, I said, you'll never know what the fuck I'm saying. How can you assume how a fucking professional, how are you going to assume what I'm saying? That's on Facebook. You could go watch it.
Listen.
And then she kept doing it. She goes, no, you listen. I said, you listen to me. I'm the one in charge. You fucking call me. I'm the one that got brutally taken into a fucking mental home from 18 officers coming in my house, stopping me from working, made me lose work. I said, you have no fucking nerve saying that I'm delusional and I'm mentally ill, that I'm going to kill myself, okay? I said, meanwhile, Grandpa's sick on the bed, and you won't give him, and he doesn't want medical treatment, so you won't take him in. So ain't that suicidal? But you'll come and take me in against my will? Go fuck yourself. The 60th precinct in fucking Brighton Beach? Fuck you fucking cops.
So the whole
they're all going to fucking federal prison for this shit.
So it took the whole precinct to go in the apartment and drag you out. The whole
18 people to make it look like something big that wasn't happening. They try to make people in my neighborhood. My aunt was involved in that shit. Fucking. You know why? Retaliation for me getting them. I got them on 300 violations in the building. Retaliation for suing for my eye that they fucked up. Okay, they don't like that, and they know that. See, this goes into court. Guess what? You're going to be brought up on criminal charges, motherfuckers. And now they know that I reported them along with the other people. You're damn right. I reported them to every fucking agency you can think about with threatening messages, with voicemails. Fucking office manager calling my wife going, if your man doesn't stop doing what he's doing with the lawsuit, okay? we're gonna have to call your grandfather's Social Security and talk to them with our lawyers. So you're threatening the fucking man's Social Security because I'm filing a lawsuit. I filed a lawsuit against you, and you say it on a recorded line. You dumb fucking bitch.
So they're bullying an
Yeah.
elderly
Yeah.
an elderly man.
Yeah. Not only him, they bully her, man. They fucking curse her out. You know, fuck that. You
because
curse out my family, we gonna have problems, man.
because they're
You
trying
shouldn't
to
curse
use
out anybody, bro.
they're trying to use
Yeah.
That's not
extortion.
cool.
They're using extortion against
Yeah, it's extortion, exactly. But it's not working because they're getting themselves caught. Every time they do something, they get caught and they hate it. So when I got out of the hospital that day and I come home, right? Here comes Andy, the one that lives on the 3rd floor, James, the one that stole my mail. And he sees me and I said, yeah, I looked at him. I gave him a look in the eye and it's like God gave me a premonition. That's him right there. He played. And I go, yeah, Andy, I was in the hospital. After the psychiatrist there, 3 of them evaluated me. I'm completely normal. I said, you're not normal, though. And he looks at me and goes like this. He wouldn't get in the elevator. He goes, oh, boy, oh, boy. So he walks. So I follow him, right? Guess where he went? Right to my fucking aunt's shop, man. And went right inside of her shop. Oh, God, what are we going to do? Oh, shit. Oh.
Andy committed a federal offense by stealing.
Yeah, but Andy claims to be, he said he was a DEA. He works for the DEA. Meanwhile, you're bringing drug addicts in here. You have them shave your fucking balls, and it's true. He makes women shave his balls, and then he gives them drugs. My aunt's involved in that shit. She's probably selling drugs, and she don't want to get caught.
So that's his
People
fetish.
just want to try.
That's his fetish.
They got a whole the whole block. I spoke to the block. Every people on the block, owners of the other buildings. You know what they said about him? 2 guys across the street. He goes, that building right there, they're doing some evil shit to the old people in that building. Everybody in the fucking neighborhood knows. So you know why they're so connected? Because they're a union. And when you're a union, that means that people, big corporations own shares in this building. When you go look it up, there's like 200 companies that got a share in this building. So if you sue them, you're suing all of them. You're hurting all their pockets. So guess what? There could be doctors involved. There are cops involved getting kickbacks. We already know that. We got the cops on camera with the mailbox telling us, oh, this ain't federal. This is a civil crime.
That's very excessive.
You know, Michael, that's why they're trying to use extortion on him so badly. There's a lot of big fat cats involved with this.
Yeah, and I got a lot of evidence on them, too.
Yeah,
They can't. Remember, listen, they haven't killed me in 7 years. You think they're going to get me now? They threw me downstairs. They ran me over, bro. They held me hostage and beat me with fucking brass knuckles. They can't do it, bro. And there's a reason why they're not going to do it, but I won't say that.
well,
Remember,
you might have
remember, the man upstairs is right here with me. Remember that.
You got the Holy Spirit on your side.
I have I got a brick wall around me that they cannot, I'm not going to say what they can do, but yesterday when I was live on Facebook, I want to tell you guys something, okay? And a lot of people saw this. My wife was on the bed with the dog. I'm doing tie-dye shirts, and I got the camera set up over here on the stand.
What freaking
Okay.
dog?
Huh?
What freaking dog?
No, I said my dog and my wife were laying down, and I was live on Facebook doing tie-dyes, right?
Yeah, his
And-
dog's a good dog. He's
Yeah.
got a good dog.
So check this out, James. So I don't know what. Then all of a sudden the fire alarm's going off. We got this weird. Let me show you this thing. Hold on. Let me see where it is.
Yeah, his dog is. Her name is Oreo. She's like black
Oh yeah,
and
I think
white.
so.
Black and white. She's like a half pit bull and half collie, border collie. But
Oh,
she's
docile.
very well behaved, and smart, but very
Kind of independent-minded and sweet. Yeah, I get that.
yeah. She's not a barker at all.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be barking when walls are so
Look,
freaking
you see this right here? Do you know what this is?
That's like
This is called First Alert. Now, let's take a walk real quick in my house, so I can show you something. All right, you ready?
I've seen the commercials for First Alert.
Yeah, but I'm going to show you something because something's very strange because I didn't put that thing in, and I don't know who put that in. You remember these, James? Those are the old smoke alarms. Okay.
barking at 2
Yeah,
years
That's
old.
one smoke alarm, and then you got one right there. Now this one, for some reason, was right here, above Grandpa's room. I never seen that one before. Why would you put a First Alert there and leave those here? I never seen that thing there. 3 weeks ago, I looked on my camera; it was not there. So who
somebody,
put that there?
somebody
Nobody's been in this house. Nobody but one person. And I'm not going to say who, but you know, this thing right here is a voice. You know, it goes by your voice. You know that?
voice activation.
Yeah. And you know what? You got to go to a website to deactivate it. My wife said this: if they're listening to our conversations, because she said something that I didn't remember. She said, "Remember when we?" No, you tell them with the toilet. Phyllis, you say it, man.
We were, our toilet was clogged. We went outside to go shop and came back, and the super was sitting by his door. And I mentioned to Paul, the super called me, we should tell the super that our toilet's clogged. And then we went to the elevator, and he said, okay, we'll tell him later.
We'll tell them later. We didn't tell them nothing.
Yeah, and we got upstairs, and my grandfather got a call from the office and saying, oh, do you have a clogged toilet? And I was like, what? I was like, yeah.
How did you know we have a clogged toilet when we didn't tell nobody?
And then the super came and he was like, oh, did you guys call the office? I was like, no, because the office called us. Like,
Yeah, we didn't call them on a clogged toilet.
that was
Your apartment is bugged. Bugged.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they bugged something in here. Maybe this is it right here, because I didn't put this in, and I deactivated it yesterday right here. There's a deactivation, but you can't open this thing. You know, this thing, you can open it because there's screws underneath the sticker right here. So let's open it. Let's see what's inside of it real quick.
Well, before you totally deactivate it, just put your mouth up against it and say, fuck you people.
Oh, yeah, I see. See, they hidden screws in here, man. Why would there be hidden screws? Why would you put sticker around screws?
True, true.
What is inside of this thing? You know what I mean? That's what I'm, look, you got to literally pop the sticker. Now you can see the hole. See this right here?
Yeah.
And then you see this right here? There's a screw right there that I just opened up.
They,
Right here.
they won't stop, man. They go on and on. They go on.
Yeah, they do. Well, you know what? They just got themselves in deep shit. If they're recording us in our house,
we want to raise.
oh, you know what? It's not even about winning. It means you're going to fucking jail. You're going to prison for this. You better believe it. And look at that. There's something right inside here. And if I open this up and I find a microphone or a camera, let me tell you something. I got cease and desist letters for every one of them. It's a cease and desist letter to refrain from all harassment, assault, extortion, anything that they're doing. They're going to get a letter from me, stamped, notarized, okay? Notary, and it's going to be hand delivered to them. You better believe it. They're getting cease and desist letters, every fucking one of them.
And the building manager and superintendent are not allowed to go in your apartment without you being present.
Well, I don't know how they would get in here because we got 3 locks, so they don't have no keys to those locks.
Oh,
The only way they could get in it was be through the fire escape. That's it. So I don't, you know, but I see something inside this little hole here, and I need a little tiny screwdriver to open this up. So I'm gonna open this up and see what's inside of this thing. So hold on, all right? Then I don't know if I'm gonna go live on Facebook. I'm not sure.
it's like opening up a cherry stone clam. Well, while Paul is getting the right screwdriver and Michael is getting something, maybe he's going to the restroom or whatever he is.
I'm here.
Thank you, people, for tuning in, all you viewers out there. It's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, and I better
Good to be
enjoy it
back,
while
right?
I don't have no screwdriver.
well,
I'm not gonna break it, yo. Leave me alone, please. I fix everything in this house. You think I'm gonna break this thing? Yeah. I can't find our screwdrivers and our tools or nothing, man.
yeah, and that's very strange that all of a sudden that appeared.
Gotta go,
Yeah.
guys.
That thing was never there. I never seen this because I painted those walls, okay? This was never there. Why do you have this by his room, but the other 2 are still the old ones? And just 3 months ago, we changed the batteries. And there's only been one person in this house. One person. Not the maintenance. I don't know. I don't remember. Why would they put this in here? Funny, I shut this thing off and nobody's been harassing me. It wouldn't be that hard for them to open it up and stick a microphone device in here that connects to a battery that lasts 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, well.
They better hope there's no microphone device in here, because I'll tell you what, they're gonna have their asses handed them when they're sitting in federal prison. Don't drop that soap. I'll be right back, James. Gotta grab something.
All right.
All right. How to get my toolbox, the small one. Let's see what we got here. See the toolbox?
Yeah. Yeah. After you get that clam open, I'm gonna close down the show. I gotta go relax,
All right.
decompress, and get something to
Let's
eat.
see. Let's see what's inside of it real quick, though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's
But
what
I don't know. It's weird because all our tools are missing. But we'll see. That's weird that all my little tiny screwdrivers are gone. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, there's no screwdrivers in here at all. Never.
That's the most basic tool in the toolbox. You don't have the.
I got 30 screwdrivers, but there's not one in here. And Grandpa doesn't know where they are. I'm like, who was in this fucking house, when I wasn't here?
Good night, Daryl Messias. Thank you for coming. See you next week. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, I got nowhere to open this, man. I'll find them tomorrow. We'll find them tomorrow. But I have a feeling that there's something in there that I'm not gonna like. So.
Well, if you never saw it before, there's a good chance you won't like it.
I know what they look like. Okay. I know what they look like because I look online when I was buying the cameras, the little tiny pen cameras, and I was going to set them up in the house, but they take too much to charge. So I got the bigger cameras. I got cameras outside of our fire escape to watch. If anybody's, Yeah, now I'm going to go full security in here. Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I'm supposed to go live on Facebook tonight and do tie-dye. But
yeah, you got the energy. You got enough energy for it.
yeah, man, I slept great today. I rested. But with what's going on here with him, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I might tell them tomorrow. We'll do it all day tomorrow. Because, yeah, we need a break, man. We gotta. People love it though. So I gotta talk to Val, but I'm gonna get off of here. You're welcome to come to the live if I do it on Facebook, James. Okay.
Are you gonna? Oh, the tie dye.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go live for a little while because I promised them, and I got stuff all ready to dye. So, Yeah, I got people, they're paying for product and stuff now. They're buying it. They watch their tie-dye get done and rinsed and everything right there. So Monday morning I'll be shipping it out.
Yeah.
I'll be shipping everything out to these people. So
I'll take a look on my, I'll go on my phone. I'll take a
yeah,
look.
yeah.
On my phone.
About 12 o'clock, all right?
All right.
All right, let me set up. So I'll talk to you in a little while.
Okay. All right.
Good
Bye.
night, everybody. We'll come back soon.
Yes. Good night.
All right.
Bye-bye. Thank you for coming. Okay, folks. Thank you for coming. Like always, it was a very interesting, unpredictable show on YouTube this week for Progressive Discussions. And just like all of my shows, you never know what's going to happen. They're not rehearsed, they're not planned, they're not scripted. We just go with the flow. We just do it. Open topic show, anything goes. And I want to thank everyone. I want to thank Western Mike, Daryl Messias, Masumi. I want to thank Masumi from Japan. I want to thank Mick Von Raven. I want to thank performing artist and clothing designer and songwriter Paul Anthony Mantia. Musician too, Paul Anthony Mantia. I want to thank everybody. Bye-bye. Till next time. You never know where I will be. I might be back here on YouTube if they let me. Or I might be back on Facebook Live. Bye-bye. Have an enjoyable Sunday and have a safe and pleasant and prosperous week for the second week of 2023.